beyond that, we're going to start off with Johann, Veltari, and Perrin returning to the campsite again. Elasian, Sarkesh, you can feel free to be doing whatever you want at this time. And with that, we begin. Oh, it's near dusk, by the way. If I didn't say that before.
Did we make the trek back in one day?
No, it was a couple days.
Okay. So we've been gone for like 4 days then?
You've been gone for 4 days in total.
Okay.
So yeah, just stoking the campfire, waiting for them to get there.
Okay. You hear rustling from the trees, and the Shashir Perrin, followed by Veltari and Johann, just kind of pop out of the woods and make their way towards your camp.
What?
Did you all have a good trip?
I don't even feel like responding to that.
Yeah, Brooklyn, your mic's like really low. I'm pretty sure we're entirely picking it up off of Brandon's mic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard. I just did not have a good trip, so I'm not responding. Also, still mad at the tree.
You're alive.
And why are you mad at the tree? It was my idea.
The tree charmed me. It can be your idea all day.
You enjoyed it and you know it.
Alright, so Richard, after they all fall asleep and the camp has been burnt to a crisp, how long does it take me to get to Fort Farragut?
A little over a day. Actually,
Okay.
no, it'd be about a day.
Okay. I left Perrin a sorry note.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking first watch.
Where's the red headset?
Anyways, though, yeah, you know, after the journey and everything like that, if it's dusk, I'm gonna, assuming I haven't eaten yet today, I'm going to eat. If I have, then I'm just gonna, like, lie down.
Okay.
I will talk to people later.
Good. So, yeah, Johann walks into camp and just kind of plops down somewhere and pulls a blanket over him, ignoring
I have a
everyone.
bedroll.
Only someone's getting use out of my bedroll.
My bedroll. I have a bedroll.
It was mine while you were gone.
That fire option's starting to look really viable.
Ain't it though?
I feel a lot better about the germs.
Although it stayed rolled up where you left it. One sec, Richard. I gotta find the other headset for Brooklyn.
Okay. So, Roger, is the stream picnicking for you?
No, he just kept talking about burning things, so I
Okay.
suddenly fire emote.
It felt like it fits. Okay.
It does.
I should totally make this stream in 60 frames a second for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Fuck people.
Okay. Who we fucking?
And then crotch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah, less crotch.
A lot less crotch.
Oh well.
A lot less in violation of TOS. Good.
Pretty sure you're allowed to film a completely clothed crotch under TOS.
As long as you don't do it with any kind of sexual implications.
Yes.
I don't know. We had a lot of Devin's ass with sexual implications.
We're a small stream. No one's gonna pay attention to us. And I know fire, so we'll probably be fine.
Good.
We'll just get like timed out for a week, which doesn't matter because we take a week to do stuff anyways.
Yay.
Also good.
We're unbeatable. We are a monolith of one viewer.
Good. Isn't the one viewer Brittany?
Probably.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Our one viewer who is also a player.
Mother of God.
Mhm.
Game in the system.
We are. It's pretty bad.
Quick, Richard, demote all your mods so it looks like you have more viewers.
Okay. I actually think that might screw over Roger. And by screw over Roger, I mean it would annoy me because then I think I have to reapply him as an editor.
And a mod.
Well, I mean, I think you have to have mod to be an editor. I don't think you can
Yes.
just be an editor.
Yes, you do.
So yeah. That would be annoying for me on 2 people. Since Jimmy is here.
Oh wow, Clar made it.
Oh wow,
Hi, Clar.
Clar made it. Hi, Clar. So is everybody ready? Is sound all good now?
I believe so.
Yeah. Alright, so Johan gets into camp, decides to just go to bed and think about burning you all.
Yep.
For about 3 hours as he has this just vivid hate fantasy. You're all eaten and taken care of for today. Veltare's a bit dejected, and from here on out, we're gonna try and do very little meta and just keep everything rolling. Alright, you all stare at each other awkwardly for about a half an hour. It's
I'm just
now
table
nighttime.
poking at the fire.
Okay.
All I've been doing.
Well, I just go off and meditate then.
Okay.
Well, he's just gonna go to sleep.
Alright.
Booked.
Okay. So, you all take a long
First
rest.
watch.
You all take a long rest and eventually get up the next morning. Johan having the most pleasant of fire dreams that he's ever had. Halasia feeling like she's been watched for 2 days straight. And Sirkesh feeling comfortable around the fire.
Okay. I guess we get to put the fire out and move on. But where are we going now? No ideas?
Alright, so it's morning then.
Yeah,
You put out
that
the
is what I
fire?
said, yes.
Alright, cool. Excellent. Having a good time. I guess we were headed westward, so I'm gonna pack up my stuff and just gonna wait for everyone else.
Putting out the fire, packing up my bedroll, and getting ready to go.
Alright. I assume that the rest of you just do the same and decide to
Sure.
head west. Okay. Congratulations. You all head west.
Yay.
How long and where are you, any of you going? Or are you just heading in the general direction?
General direction of Devonshire.
Okay. And no one's talking to each other. You're just gonna just go. Okay.
I'm focused on the surroundings.
Okay.
I would have casual conversation with Perrin in regards to our trip, and at any point in time that Vel looked less shaken up, I would ask her about what was going on or what she remembered, but
So go
that's
ahead.
about it.
Go ahead.
Boy, Perrin, that trip, huh?
It was fun.
Crazy.
Flick your wrist at me.
What? No. I bite
That's
my
enough.
thumb, but I don't bite it
As
at
a-
you.
As an elf, I'm confused by this gesture, sir. Well, what manner of fashion does this mean?
It means pay it no mind.
What, to roll inside? No.
Use it at your next big party.
Let's see. Would it be possible while we're traveling just to do my wanderer thing and get food on the way as we're going, or no?
Well, I'm just gonna assume for each person that you want to supply food for, it takes you an extra hour. So like say you do an 8-hour march. After that, you spend 4 to 5 hours collecting food, and then
Okay.
you sleep for your 4 hours because you don't need to sleep much.
Alright. That's probably what I'll do then after we're done walking.
All right.
Works for me.
Do we come by anything interesting on the way there?
I guess we'll just jump ahead a couple of days. Whee!
Whee!
So,
Walk
6
fast,
days
walk
later. Which reminds me, I need to
Any
keep...
rations eaten, or was he able
No.
to find food for all of us every day?
No, it's a well-forested area with plenty of vegetation and wildlife. You can find food for you every day.
Okay.
Pretty much it's just the plains and desert where that's probably not going to be a thing. Or at least it's going to be... He's going to find less food. I feel like I should make it easier to update days. Anyways. 6 days later, all of you are still having just the greatest time, not really talking to each other very much. Johan and Perrin making casual conversation, Sarkesh constantly watching Halasia's ass, and Veltari just kind of reading a book as best she can while maintaining a decent walk. You make it out of the Brickfin Glade into the outskirts of the plains leading to the Fayhill Steps. Perrin, you see in the distance what appears to be a destroyed shipping wagon off about 2 miles towards the nearest town you can see, which is slightly southwest of you.
Cool. I guess since I've been talking to Johan the entire time, I'll kind of nudge him and go, "Hey, do you see that wagon over there?"
Do I see that wagon over there?
Yes, once he points it out to you, you can see what appears to be kind of the blackened remains of a wagon and a couple of figures nearby it.
Now that you mention it, I do.
Hmm.
Shall we head that way?
We might be able to procure some supplies.
Or assist someone, perhaps?
That as well.
Alright, so you all approach, and as you approach, once you get to about half a mile, you can actually hear very audibly the sound of crying and sorrow. Now that you are closer, you can see that the wagon has been burned and is mostly destroyed. There is a man who is kind of slumped over a body, and a lady near 3 human-sized mounds with a shovel kind of slumped over her shoulder.
All
Can I
right,
go
so
and
there-
try to comfort her?
Yeah, you guys get you get to the wagon, and you can see the man's slumped over another. He's an older kind of gentleman, probably late 50s, slumped over someone who's of similar age, and he's just crying over this lady's body, and you can see kind of a deep gash that's been producing blood, but no longer. It's just simply stained now. And the lady who has the shovel slumped over her shoulder is just kind of actually nonchalantly sitting on a tree near the 4 mounds.
So there's a third person there?
There's 2 people and a body.
Okay. Okay. So the lady with the shovel just kind of casually sat down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the man and see if I can try to comfort him any.
Okay. You approach the man, and he's entirely just kind of grief-stricken, rocking back and forth. You put a hand on him, and he doesn't even seem to pay any attention. He's just sobbing and muttering stuff under his breath that you can't really make out, as it's very kind of faint and in between choked tears. You look over the woman, and you can see there's a pretty deep stab wound on the left side of her chest, as well as a bit lower on her torso.
I'm gonna make my way over to her. So, as I get close, pardon me, ma'am. What happened here?
Thieves. Brigands. You know. Everyone that harasses the working folk. Killed the damned horses.
Pardon me for saying it, but that seemed like an almost casual response considering the grim circumstances.
You live life out here long enough, you get used to it.
I look over at the man still crying. He appears not to have.
It's different when your wife dies.
A fair enough assessment. Was it just 6, right? 4 bodies and 2 living that I can see?
Well, there's
3 mounds, 1 corpse, and
4
a guy and a
mounds,
girl.
1 corpse, and a guy
Oh,
and a
so
girl.
7.
Yes.
Was it just the 7 of you? And your horses?
No, there was only 6 of us, but we got one of them, and she kind of actually smiles about that.
I see. How long have you been out here?
Little less than a month.
Were you headed to or from the nearest city?
Yeah, we're headed towards Cornwall, or, well, I am now. I don't think the farmer is gonna continue on his trek now that his grains are gone. And she kind of reaches a hand out, and she's like, I'm Zaya. What's your name?
Johan, pleasure to meet you, Zaya. We are also making our way to Cornwall.
Oh, well. Could I tag along? It's kind of dangerous to roam alone.
Do you know the way?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Then we'd be happy to have you. We've just been wandering for about a week.
Where do you all come from? And she's kind of looking over the rest of the party.
Most recently, Fort Farragut to the east, but before that, Skirth.
Capital folk, huh? Most of you don't really look
Nope.
the part.
I'm not from the capital originally. It's just where I'd made my way to.
Fair enough.
I guess we've been probably overhearing most of this.
Yeah,
But,
pretty much everyone but Halasia's kind of moved over to Zaya. Halasia's trying to comfort the farmer. You can also overhear it, but everyone else is kind of gathered around her because she's at least talking to you.
Yeah. How long how long ago did the wife pass away?
A little before dawn. It's about 7 hours ago.
How long ago was the attack?
About 7 hours ago?
So she was killed in the attack and didn't die from injuries afterwards.
She just kind of stares at you.
I walk over to the man who's crying and say the final rites for his wife.
Do either of you need medical attention? I have a cleric and a paladin with me.
Zaya is like, I got a couple scrapes, but I'll be fine. And she kind of just brushes her shoulder off.
Said she has a deep stab in her chest, right?
Not Zaya. The wife does.
Oh, the wife does. Sorry.
The deceased
She
woman
did.
has stabs. Yes. As
That's why I was
you,
confused that she was just
yeah.
like,
Sarkesh, as you go over and you begin saying the last rites over, over the farmer's body, or farmer's wife's body, he immediately kind of like looks up at you, and you can see this kind of anger in his eyes, and he kind of holds her close and pulls her away from you. And then he calls out, Zaya, come back to Kent. Come back with me. You don't belong in Cornwall. You belong with your family. To
Is that his
which
daughter?
she doesn't particularly respond. She just kind of rolls her eyes and continues talking to Johann about making way to Cornwall.
I tell him, sir, if you do not let her pass on, it will not end well for either you or her.
I'm taking her back to Kent, and I'm gonna give her a burial by the divines, not by you and your heathen gods.
Long as she makes it back all right, and not defiled by the time you reach it.
He seems like very visibly like upset. There's still tears coming out of his eyes, and he's shaking. I'll keep my wife fine. Don't you worry about us. And then he turns to Hal and
If you continue,
go ahead.
if you continue to Cornwall, we can at least get you a wagon so you can head back.
No, there's nothing for me there. And he turns to Halasia and he's like, Zaya's not my daughter, just the daughter of one of my friends.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to Zaya now and join the rest of the group.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way to the mounds and at least do the rites on them.
Okay. The farmer kind of watches you, Sarkesh, as you do this, but he goes over to his cart and he begins tearing planks of wood out from the kind of charred remains of it and begins lashing them together to make basically a sled, and puts his wife's body on it and then puts 2 binds around him and begins walking north. Zaya turns to the rest of you. So, when do we leave?
Whenever you feel up to it, I suppose.
Okay. And she just turns and then begins walking kind of southwest.
Follow suit.
Alright.
The last rites are quick, so I'm easily able to catch up with them.
Yeah. You spend, 10 minutes giving everybody their proper last rites and then kind of just hoof it, and eventually you catch up to everybody. As you guys continue walking for the next couple of days to get to Cornwall, Zaya's a pretty upbeat kind of person with kind of a grim humor to her. She's obviously seen quite a bit. Johan, you and her kind of strike up conversations, and she tells you about the difficulties of farmers in these parts, how the plains aren't very well defended, that in all of the Riven, it doesn't seem like the elf lords care that much to prevent any of the crime that happens. So things that happen to the farmer aren't uncommon. It just kind of got further out of hand than the normal hold-up and robbery tends to.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
But yeah,
I really
Sounds
after-
like the elven leaders have fallen to a bit of corruption lately.
that or they just don't care about us humans. And she kind of, glances a quick glance toward Perrin and then looks away.
A lot of knife ears are that way, but not all.
Perhaps.
Johan's just gonna kind of to both of them, but
So, you all continue your journey. And another couple of days pass. And you make it to the outskirts of Cornwall. Cornwall is a very small town. You estimate that no more than a couple of hundred people might live here. It's on the edge of the plains before the beginning of the Fayhill Steppes. So it's actually quite beautiful. There's a stream that runs down the side of it towards the D'Artagnan Inlet. And a few granaries and such on the outskirts. Most of it's all just converted agricultural land. But there's some obvious kind of smithies and inns and houses of repute toward the actual center of town. As soon as you get in to town, Zaya turns to all of you and thanks you and says that she's going to go meet up with some of her friends that she has in the town. And that if you ever need her for anything, feel free to ask. She's usually here, but if not, she occasionally goes to Kent.
Well, for now, farewell. I'm going to the first smith I can find.
thank you for accompanying us to Cornwall.
Thanks for letting me hitch a ride.
You led the way, so
And she nods and just kind of leaves. Sarkesh doesn't take you very long at all to find the smithy. It's just in one of the quarters of town. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to get my sword sharpened and maybe some new armor if he has anything in particular.
Okay. As you enter the smithy, it's a kind of small and fairly impoverished town. He takes the sword and he's like, "Yeah, a couple copper and I'll give it a good grind, keep the edge on it." And he kind of goes into the back and he pulls out a couple pieces of leather armor and a kind of white leather head helmet. This is all the armor I got. We don't get a lot of iron in Cornwall.
Would there be a way for you to get some shipped in?
I don't have any connections, so no. You'd have to talk to one of the lords for that. They're the only people that control the trade.
Alright, I'll pay him for his services and try and find one of the lords that I can get at least something traded with.
Okay. Go ahead and I guess roll. Would that be investigation? I don't think that would be. I feel like this would be a charisma test to ask around to find one.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It is. I can't wait to watch you be
Always is.
super racist to everyone you ever meet. I
Roll a
guess.
1 and breathe fire in people's faces.
I guess a persuasion test, because you just walk up and you ask someone. Try and persuade them. Wow.
That actually worked.
Look at you.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Tempt fate. Try it again.
you
I'm not gonna.
you walk up and you find a city guard, or what passes for a city guard. And you approach him and very kind of kindly you're like, I'm looking for whoever runs the town. I need some metals to try and repair my armor. And he kind of just smirks at you and then hands you a folded piece of paper.
Okay, after that one lucky persuasion, I'm gonna actually look at this piece of paper.
Okay.
Thank God I can read.
Written down on it, it tells you to basically go to a specific household, kind of towards the outskirts. You ask around, and people there generally point you in the direction of the manor. It's known as the Alua Estate. Though they give you kind of odd glances when you ask, but for the most part, you find your way there fairly quickly.
Before I enter, or even attempt to enter, I'm gonna go get Halasia to at least try and help me persuade.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, we head back to the manor.
All right. Yeah, there's a guard out front, and he just asks your business.
I'm here for any way to get trade in here for metal or ore.
Looking at the guard, I politely ask if we may speak to the person in charge.
Does
Do I need
he kind of looks at you, and he's about to say something, and then he just kind of rolls his eyes and walks into the manor and leaves you alone for a couple of minutes. And then he comes back out and he's like, "Very well, the Lord will see you now," and opens the door and gestures for you to enter.
Okay, we...
As you enter, you come into a fairly large and well-decorated foyer with nice tapestries strewn about the walls and a very ornate rug. And you're greeted by this very tall elven man wearing white and blue robes, essentially like silken robes. And he smiles broadly at you. "Well, it's not often we find any of the forest folk in our little town. What can I do for you?"
Yes, it's a pleasure to see you. My friend here is actually looking for trade for metal to repair his armor. Would it be possible for us to...
Requisition.
Hmm?
Requisition some trade.
requisition some trade?
Well, unfortunately, I don't believe there's going to be very much iron or anything of use in the town itself. And setting up a trade agreement with any of those dwarves is a bit tricky and would take some time. How long are you all going to be here?
I'm uncertain.
Perhaps I could ask around for you, see if anyone has any to spare, but I'm sure it would come at quite a price.
How much money do you have?
I can offer 60 gold.
Well,
Would that be enough?
how much iron are you trying to procure?
I'm wanting to see if the smith can make me some new armor. Something better than chainmail.
Well, I will see what I can do. Come back again tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have something for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
No,
And-
thank you.
All right, and we're going to politely leave.
Okay. You
And
all
I'm
leave.
going to the chapel.
Okay. You all leave, and you head to a chapel. There are two different churches in here. There is a Church of the Divines and a Church of the Ancestrals. Which of those would you want to go to?
Now, let me check mine to see which one I worship.
You're an ancient.
Either one, I just need a nice, safe place to sleep for the night.
Okay. You head into the Church of the Ancestrals, and you're pretty much left alone because they don't particularly care that much. They let you pray and just hang out in the kind of open-aired church that they run. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm making my way to the group.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long. You make your way back to the group.
Okay.
We're all just kind of milling about on the main street, as they do.
You completely cut out, Richard.
Go fuck yourself.
Watched your mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything.
Go fuck yourself.
It's just what the rest of the group was doing.
Anyways, yeah.
You're all milling
I'm
about in
seeking
the middle
out
of the street.
Either a smith or someone who can not repair, but replace my staff.
Okay. You make your way after Sarkesh to the same smith.
I'll accompany him.
Okay. And he just kind of like looks over your staff for a little
You're
while.
cutting out like hardcore
Yeah.
now.
Is it happening for the rest of you, or is it just them?
No, it was happening.
No, it's
It was pretty bad. You sounded
Okay.
like a mouse
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
I was worried Boppert was talking.
Feel like Skype's new update not updated enough. All right, I'm gonna try and change it back over to this and see if that helps. Let me know if it continues to cut out.
Okay, can do.
Anyways, you make your way over to the smithy after Sarkesh. And he kind of like looks over your quarterstaff and goes, "Yeah, I could find you a new one." And just kind of like walks into the back, and you can hear this very loud snap. And then he walks back out with another about 7-foot quarterstaff.
Is
Just
it
holds it
carved
up.
in any way, or is it literally just a rounded stick?
It is basically a dowel. It is an ash dowel.
Well, at least it's ash.
Is that all my previous one was?
Probably not. It's a good wood. That's what normal like. It's what you make spears out of. It's a firm wood. You could probably tell since you were in the military. He just went into the back and knocked a spearhead off, and then brought you out the handle.
Did he actually snap the wood, or did he just remove the head?
No, he just removed the head.
Okay.
He just pulled a spearhead off, and he's like, "Here you go."
Yeah. That'll be,
majestic.
sir.
That'll be 4 silver if you got it.
I do. I hand him the 4 silver.
And he hands
It's
you
supposed-
your new staff. Is there anything else I can do for you?
That was it.
All right, have a nice day. Feel free to come back. You need anything else?
I might.
He just nods. Bids you a good day.
Since we might be here for a while, I'm going back to the smith and seeing if he can teach me anything.
What do you want to
Hey, learner.
know?
Just basic armor repair.
I can. I gotta do some bindings. I can teach you some leather working.
I don't use leather, sadly.
That's all I gotta do today.
Okay. I'm going to go to the bar.
All right. You go to the bar. It's packed when you get in. There's like 30 people in the bar.
I ask how much are the drinks.
I should probably know this off the top of my head, but I don't. Where
It's usually
are
pretty
the
cheap.
drinks? Where? Yeah, they're like silver pieces usually, or copper pieces. Galleons, 2 silver. Mug of ales, 4 copper. Or if you want anything better, it gets a little more expensive.
Want a bottle of your best.
A bottle of my best. Well, that's
Yeah.
10 gold, sir.
What is its name before I take it?
Well, this is a very fine Cabernet from the Cologne Valleys. It's 10 years old. It's a very nice red wine.
It's like, do you have anything from the cross?
From the cross, and he kind of like goes into the back of the bar, and you can hear him rustling through bottles for a while, and then he comes back out in a while and slides this very kind of dusty bottle of a pale white translucent liquid, and just kind of slides it over towards you. That'll be 5 gold.
I toss him 5 gold and say, it's always good to drink something from home.
Yes, of course. Glad to be of service, sir. And takes your gold and, bites it. And
then I do one thing that's going to either be a good thing or a bad thing.
okay.
I hand him 10 gold and say, mugs of ale for everyone in the here now.
But how does he really say it?
I'm racist as hell, so
So he takes your gold and kind of shuffles it back into his grasp and goes, "All right, gents, you heard him. Ale for all you fuckers." And starts pouring mead into steins and passing them around. And everyone's like, "Yeah!"
and that's all I have to spend now.
All right.
I still have a lot left over, but that's not what that's all I'm willing to spend now.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go find everyone and share my home's drink with everyone.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll
You
pass.
eventually find Johann, Veltari, Perrin, and Halasia, because, yeah, she went back with them. Wandering back after Johann has come back from the smithy.
Hello, everyone. I think it's time you all get to taste what Necross is really like. Pop the cork out and start pouring drinks.
I've been to Necross.
Eh.
I'll pass.
Well, at least Johan
Definitely
will know what this
pass.
tastes like, and I hand him a glass.
I'm also going to pass.
Oh, come on.
It's real good.
Fine. I'll just take the swig myself.
You're more than welcome to.
Just don't
It's
get
Something
gross.
from the
You're
cross is
gross.
dangerous and extremely strong. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go find a place to sleep.
Okay. You head back to the Church of the Ancestrals, and just kind of have a drink, remember home, and fade into slumber. Is there anything else
Any
that?
fire that's there.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's for the most part there's torchlight. There's not like a hearth or anything.
Yeah.
There's torchlight and a bunch of like devotional candles and stuff.
I'll be sleeping under a torch.
Okay. Is there anything that the rest of you'd like to be doing tonight?
I would like to ask around for a church.
Yeah, it doesn't take you very long, and you find a Church of the Divines.
Cool. I would like to enter the church.
Okay. You enter the church, and you're immediately kind of just. It feels like home to you. There's flowers kind of adorning the edges, and these nice green painted torch scones and stuff along the wall. You recognize it immediately as a Church of Luane.
Yay. So there are acorns like everywhere.
Flowers and acorns all over.
I like this place.
You do. It reminds you of home. A little
Fancy.
bit.
Should. Alright, I assume there's like some sort of preacher or clergyman.
Yeah, there's clerics that are kind of wandering about. No one. It's not currently doing any service or anything, but you can find some.
Okay, cool. I'm assuming they probably have some sort of large altar that I would like to approach then.
Okay. Yeah, you approach the kind of central altar, and as you do, another cleric approaches. He goes, "Oh, a new brother has come to town. Hello. Who are you? Where have you come from, brother?"
Well, that's funny. I don't think I actually determined where I came from.
That's,
You look around nervously, trying to come up for a
who
clever
wants to
lie.
know?
That's awkward. I can't respond to that question.
He takes your hesitation for a couple of seconds and holds out his hand. I'm Auric Lorne, one of the clerics here. We've seen some passers through who don't wish to discuss their past, and that's fine. I hope you'll find your stay pleasant in our nice little town. And just kind of shakes your hand and smiles.
Thank you, brother.
Slightly south of Sna.
I'm from an elf village where everyone got murdered and shit by orcs, so I haven't really determined the name of that place yet. Thanks for
I'm
that.
very,
That
very
was the
sorry.
sack, not the.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
this guy.
Very sorry to hear that. Let me know when you name it. That'd be very useful for the GM to know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Didn't consider that.
Still shaking his hand.
But yeah, I turn to the. So I'll reply. Thank you, brother. I have a few things. I wonder if this holy place of Lawn Lane, however you pronounce that?
Okay.
No, how are you pronouncing it? Lanne, right?
It's
Lane.
Lunane.
Okay.
Luane.
Lane, sure. Well, I was wondering if this holy place of Luane needed any of these supplies, or could use extra supplies rather.
Well, anything you're willing to spare, of course. But we are a humble church of a small town. We don't need much.
Um, Perhaps we could trade a couple things then? And in use of some holy water.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And,
And he kind of like leads you in the center of the altar. There's a bowl floating in water that is also filled with a liquid. We don't have any divine waters, but perhaps a vial of divine oil would suffice.
fine oil.
Ooh.
Sure what that's useful. Um, I have something to put that in. Water skin. And,
Oh, he can give you a vial.
oh, okay. The sure. That'll be. I think that's a fair trade. And I'll start pulling things out. So I'm more or less just using this a way to get rid of some of this crap.
All right. What in particular are you offering for it?
I was gonna give him a staff. Like 5 torches. My alms box. Yeah, I think that's all of it.
What are you trying to pawn off on this man of God?
I'm trying to pawn anything to him. I'm trying to give it to some place that would actually use these things.
Yeah. Okay. He takes it and he, dips the vial in and fills the vial with holy oil and then hands it to you. And he just thanks you and removes your stuff and kind of takes it into a storage area towards the back of the church.
Lock back on. Here's these torches. That sucks. I'm still like 80 pounds encumbered.
It's good,
There you
right?
go.
Chainmail is heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Bro, you need to work
Ooh,
out.
imagine how your new armor is gonna do.
Bro, you want to hit the gym with me?
I guess this is an odd question, but what is my holy symbol? I don't think we determined what that was going to be. Wait.
You have an amulet. That's basically a gilded acorn.
Oh.
It's either a gilded acorn or a gilded flower, whichever you prefer.
Acorn.
Okay. There you go.
It's just funnier in my head.
Mhm.
What do we want the weight of the file thing to be? Just playing around with this stuff.
It is half a pound.
Okay.
It's similar to holy water, except you apply it to a weapon or armor, basically.
Okay.
Or you can burn it if you wanted to.
Works for me. Did anybody follow me, or did I go up here by myself?
Did anyone follow you? Follow?
I had no reason to. No.
Okay. Probably not.
No. Well, since it's about nighttime, that's church. I guess I'll meditate here. for my
Okay.
night.
Anyone else have anything that they want to do?
Yeah, I'm searching out for a place to stay.
There's an inn.
Okay.
How far is the forest from the outskirts of town?
It's about 3 days walk.
Never mind.
It's a ways. You just
Run. You can
Tree
make it.
Quietly
form.
find someone's house and just stand there like, I've been here the whole time.
How have you not noticed
Totally.
me?
Thank God, more firewood.
Oh god.
Winter's coming.
Be a tree in the middle of
proceeds to run
town.
away.
No. I'm going to find a remotely inconspicuous space and go to sleep.
Okay.
She climbs on a roof.
Alright, so, you all find places to go to bed. You awake the next morning, a little after dawn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna wake up and I guess try to find Johan.
Alright, you find, Johan fairly quickly. There's only one inn in town.
How much did the inn cost me, by the way?
2 copper.
So,
It was really cheap. I assume you
Damn
just
right
took
it
a.
was.
I assume you just took the common room. You didn't get your own room because you
Yeah.
carry everything on you, so pretty cheap.
Okay. Is it 2 copper?
Mm-hmm.
And 10 coppers, 1 silver, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
actually like the description for the cheapest lodgings under squalid.
It's good, right?
It is.
You know, it's probably too late to ask this in the session, but what happened to our pack horses?
You've been carrying them, bruh. Cam show
Oh, you missed the part where she says she's going to go take.
inside the inn. So as you exit the inn and you see Perrin, and he's just kind of like, you know, petting the horses.
Whoa, guys. Fun Chick 53 just sent me a friend request.
Shit banger.
Ooh.
It's a spot. I bet if I click accept, she's gonna say, I found you in the directory. Tee let's bone.
Nah, cam show, bruh. Cam show.
Oh, you missed the part where she says she's going to go take a shower.
My bots never say that.
Your bots aren't as fun.
My bots aren't as fun.
Alright, well, since we're in town, I guess I'll go back into the inn and ask. Oh, no, I'll just go in the inn and try to find somebody.
Okay, well, there's there's a reception person that's just kind of sitting at a desk at the front of the inn.
Okay, cool. But a moment, man. I was wondering if you could tell me anywhere I could get feed for our horses out front.
Any of the granaries around here, I'm sure they have feed.
Which one happens to be the closest?
He gives you directions. There's one that's basically just down one of the side streets, a couple minutes walk.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll go back outside and to Johan. I'm gonna try to find food for the pack horses since they can't feed on any grass.
Probably for the best. I'll accompany you.
All right,
And while they're doing this, I'm gonna go back to the bar and get breakfast.
I'm gonna go to the smith and see if I can get a spear, get my current spear sharpened, and get my scimitar sharpened.
okay.
And my leather armor mended, maybe. Not that it needs it, I haven't been hit, so.
Okay. So you just want to get like your armor oiled, basically, to prevent wear.
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be 1 gold to basically maintain all of your stuff, and then you wanted a spear as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be 2 gold in total if you want all of that.
Okay.
So you go to the smith and you acquire everything that you want. Sarkesh, you head to the bar and you spend 3 copper pieces and have yourself a decent meal, eggs and grain.
Hey, breakfast is breakfast.
Val is
Um,
just sitting in a tree reading, as she's wont to do.
I'm gonna ask the barkeep if there has been any recent bandit activity near the town.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, fuck me.
Don't break it.
I'm looking to steal things. Where are other bandits?
Oh god.
That's pretty good.
You rolled a minus.
It's 15
It's
minus
only
2.
it's only the left one that counts.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. He looks over at you and he's kind of like, well, I mean, there's always bandits around.
Is that it? That's all he says?
Well, he kind of just, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, from what I saw coming in, it looks like the bandits are disrupting trade.
Disrupting, making, donations to the black market. However you want to look at it.
Do you have access to the market?
For a fine gentleman like you, I think I could find stuff. Find whatever you need, yeah? I mean, everyone comes to the bar, right?
That's very true. Is there a way you could find me a steel sword instead of this iron one?
Steel out here. I'll put a word in and see if I can find anything for you.
Alright, I'll be around town till I have to leave. If I can't get to you in time, I apologize for wasting your time.
No problem. I guess I'll see you soon.
Alright. I head outside and start exploring the town.
Okay.
Shady paladin is shady.
Well, I mean, the last one he knew was a thief, so...
Yeah. We have good luck with
He
paladins.
wasn't a thief. I mean,
Per
he
Also wasn't a
se.
paladin.
didn't steal. He just really liked gold.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
on it.
start looking for Sarkesh, because we need to head to the lord of the place or whatever.
Okay. You find him where you always expect to find him, leaving a bar.
Sounds about right.
Still holding my bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Put it down. We need to go meet with the lord about your ore for your armor.
Alright. I put my bottle away and continue and follow.
Okay.
We're gonna go see him.
You make your way.
Gotta recall.
What did you say?
I'm just commenting to myself, sorry.
Okay. You make your way back to the estate, and you're let in by the guard after a moment. And again, the tall elven man comes out. If it isn't our 2 newcomers. Well, I have found you a decent bit of iron. 80, you said?
I said 60 yesterday.
Oh, 60.
That's a ton.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, sir. And he just kind of, holds his hand out.
I just need to know where it's coming from.
That's coming from me.
He hasn't.
Alright.
And you hand him the 60 gold.
Yeah, I need to pull out my calculator and subtract 111 by 60.
It's 51.
51, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. no problem.
Brandon's not a mather.
No, I'm not.
It's okay, we got 3 Mathers. And 2 of them are
I'm
competent.
assuming all the men except for Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm a slight mather.
So yeah,
I am not.
you give him the money and he's like, do you want to carry it or should I send a man to the smithy with it?
How much am I taking if I do take it?
Well, I was able to procure you 15 pounds.
I can take it.
Very good. And he claps his hands, and 2 servants come in, carrying each a couple of bars of it, and they hand it over to you.
It's enough to make pauldrons.
And then he looks back at you before you take it. I trust everything is in order? And he's kinda,
Everything is in order.
very good. Is there anything else I could do for you? Anything else you need procured?
No, but I would like to know about some of the bandit disturbances around the area.
Bandits? What do you wish to know?
If you have any information on where they're held up.
Well, it could be all over. I'm sure a lot of them stay in the steppes. It's quite difficult to get horses in and out of there. Would make finding them a bit difficult.
Do you have any experienced trackers in this town?
Yes, of course I have a few men.
I would like to get a few men together and hunt down these bandits. I'd like them to, because they're obviously disrupting some of the trade for this town.
Very well. And he kind of like looks over to one of the servants and whispers to him. He will take you to one of my my better trackers. Is there anything else I can do
Alright.
for you?
That's it for now. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your gold. And with that, you're led away by one of the servants who takes you outside to a wood shack. Oh, it's a well-built cabin on kind of the edge of the estate. And he knocks a few times. Arctus, you in there? And you kind of hear a grumbling from inside and the sloshing of a few bottles. And then a man in studded leather armor comes to the door. Hey, what do you want? Boss wants you to track for this man. Alright, it's a gold a day. What are we tracking?
Got it. The bandits attacking the caravans coming through.
Okay, is it just you and me then?
I'm wanting.
Is your
I'm
tree coming with
expecting
us?
a few of my companions to come with me.
You haven't asked your companions yet.
Even if you don't, I can still at least try and get Johan to come with me.
I think Johan's mad at us.
He could be mad, but what I'm doing is helping uphold the law.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, gather your compatriots and come back here, and we'll set out whenever you're ready.
Before I leave, I pull out my bottle of liquor and ask if he wants a drink.
He takes it from your hand and just kind of smiles at you, and takes a deep chug, and then hands it back. And you can see a little bit of it kind of come down his beard as he swallows, and then he holds out a bottle to you and offers it.
I take a swig.
Okay. It's actually a fairly nice bourbon that he's drinking, which belies the kind of crass glass bottle that it's housed in.
All right.
Just swap and spit.
I'll be seeing you within a day.
All right. and he closes his door, and you can hear some more bottles move.
I already like this guy.
He's a drunk.
Question
He's a
for
good
the
guy.
class?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I go get pizza? It's here.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, I'll be
before
back later.
she's gonna go, then I'll go.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go find Johan.
Okay. You wander. I assume that Johan and Perrin, you guys just want to get feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
To feed all of them, it's a silver piece. But that's
For a
feed
day,
for a week.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll pay that.
Well, thank you.
So they hand you these fairly large bags of mashed oats and other such things for you to throw over the horses.
Okay.
And then as you're kind of walking back towards the main street, you see Sarkesh and Halasia walking around looking like they're looking for someone. Sarkesh, you see them and the horses.
I walk over to Johan. Johan,
I look at it.
I have a pretty easy to answer question. I'm about to go hunting the bandits that are plaguing this area. Would you like to assist me in the hunt?
I see no reason not to.
All right. I also asked Perrin if he would join us as well.
I'm
not sure what you're at.
Could use a little action.
All right. I'll meet you at the inn. I've got to go see if everyone else is willing to go. I go try to find the Veltari.
Alright, Vel, where have you been hiding for the last couple of days? Or the last day?
I have either been right on Johan's heels or in a tree reading.
Okay. You look around for Veltari for a little while, and then you find a tree near the inn where Johan and Perrin are retying the horses. And you look up as you see a small tail dangle from one of the branches, and you see Veltari reading one of her books.
I walk up below her and ask Veltari, I would like to know if you would be willing to join us on a bandit hunt.
Is everyone else going?
So far, Johan and Perrin are. I don't know about Halasia, though.
Huh? I don't see any reason not to.
All right. Once everyone's ready, I'll go and tell our scout, or our tracker, not our scout. That's Johan.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
I'll tell our tracker that we're ready to move out.
Alright.
Do we want to take the horses or stable them? I'm asking Johan this.
Oh.
It's a question to the class, not me.
Well, I know it wasn't to you, but I didn't know it was specifically to me. I don't see any reason in bringing the horses. We'll simply
All
pay
right.
for my stuff to stay at the inn. You can do what you please with yours.
My inventory usually stays on me as is. I need to stop by the smithy before we leave, though. And now I'm going to the smithy.
Hooray!
While he does that, I'm going to go in and ask the inn how much it would be for, like, 2 weeks advance pay on a room, just to put my stuff, and for them to care for the horses as long as I provide the feed. I assume the room is just extrapolated 2 copper over 2 weeks, so...
No,
Just
that's
18 days, right?
That's if you wanted. Yeah, it's 18 days. That's if
Oh,
you
right,
wanted.
that was the common room.
Yeah, if you wanted to sleep in the common room, which there's no locks or anything for anything. So,
Yeah.
if you want an actual room, it's 60 copper pieces for 2 weeks.
Okay, so
That
6
was
silver.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that include caring for the horses?
As long as you provide the feed, they'll feed the horses, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I agree to that.
Okay. They take your money. Give you a key.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your
should
way
be
to the
just-
smithy.
Yes.
What do you do with the smithy?
I offer him 2 gold to forge me 2 pauldrons out of these ingots.
$2 for a week's work?
I'll give you 5.
Well, you're getting there, I think.
So currently I can't go above 5.
Sounds like you need persuasion.
Well, all right.
You should be. Sorry.
I'll make you a bit of a deal then. You give me 5, and I get to keep the remainder of any of the metal.
That's fine. I just want some solid pauldrons out of it.
All right. I'll do what I can. It should take me a few days.
All right. I pay him the gold
Okay.
and give him the ingots. And now I'm going to go back to everyone else and help. Once they're done setting up, we'll head to the scout.
Okay. Hal, are you going with them or not? Okay.
Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to
Yeah.
go get my pizza.
Okay.
Eat your pizza.
Sounds good. So yeah, Johan, you all make it to the tracker's abode, who opens the door for you and greets Sarkesh. You can all see there's a very large quantity of booze bottles littering the floor and table. The tracker himself is wearing leather armor, and has an unstrung bow across his shoulder, as well as basically a short sword and a dagger on his hip. So you all want to go find some bandits, I hear?
I do believe that's what we've been told.
All right. Let's go. And he kind of just begins wandering off to the north of the estate.
I follow, I suppose, as opposed to letting him just go.
Yeah.
You all follow, and 2 days later, you find yourselves at the, or kind of deep within the steppes between Cornwall and Devonshire. The scout turns to all of you. Alright, best I know, they're in this area. We should keep our wits about and stay as quiet as possible. Everyone go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Can't wait.
I know, it's gonna be great.
Good.
I feel slightly alright.
Because it's only Sarkesh and Perrin that have disadvantage on stealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, roll stealth for me.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Wait, why are we doing this?
It's been
We're
2 days.
out. We're near the
Yeah.
bandits.
Yeah.
You're near
Ish.
bandits, and he asked for everyone to be quiet. So,
Does my Mask of the Wild help at all in this situation, or no?
are you gonna cast it, or how does that work?
Not a spell, it's just a racial. Second.
Races Elf, Mask of the Wild.
That's under.
Can attempt to
You can
hide
attempt.
even when only lightly obscured by foliage. It doesn't help you with anything, no. It just means you're in nature. It is easier for you to find hiding spots. But it doesn't get rid of disadvantage.
Good.
So yeah, you all begin kind of attempting to look through the steps. After a few hours, Johan, the tracker, kind of like calls you over.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends aren't
Okay.
very stealthy.
Not in the slightest, no.
Well, I found some boot marks. I feel we should probably follow them.
Do you think we're close enough that it warrants us leaving them behind for a moment so we can scout?
That's your call. I'm just here to track. I don't hear anyone.
Fair enough. I suppose we'll move forward with them for now.
He just kind of nods and then begins kind of like leading you along the tracks. After another hour or so of tracking, you can Perrin and the tracker both kind of stop in their steps, and Perrin, you can hear the sound of talking. It's probably a few hundred yards away, but you can hear it on the wind. And-
Me and the tracker heard this, or just me?
As far as you know, just you, but you both stopped near the same time, kind of listening.
Okay, I'll get Johan's attention.
Okay. I will.
Quietly as I can, tell him I hear chatter.
Oh god.
Good. Anyways, can you make out what the chatter says?
No.
Okay.
It's too distant.
Almost always is, but
You all begin kind of pushing forward slowly towards the sound of it, and it appears to be up slightly on one of the hills of the steps. How do you want to proceed? Because the tracker, he kind of points towards where the noise is coming from, and then starts walking at like a 45-degree angle to the sound up one of the hillsides.
I'm gonna hold back because I'm one of the loudest people here.
I'm gonna follow behind him.
Okay. Vel?
I'm gonna hang back. Didn't realize my mic was muted.
Okay. Hal, how are you going to proceed?
How many trees are in the area?
Not a lot. It's fairly
So I
sparse.
probably couldn't do my teleport thing, huh?
No, probably not. Not continuously. You wouldn't be able to chain it like you could in a glade.
Okay. I'm gonna hang back.
Perrin?
Guess hang back and pull out my crossbow.
Okay. Johan, you and the tracker continue on. You continue up until you get to the crest of the hill, and then he points down while motioning to be quiet, and you get kind of prone and begin kind of sneaking forward. As you do, you can finally see the camp, and there's about 10 men just kind of milling about. Some cooking, some sharpening knives, just kind of going about daily business.
How far away did you say they were?
They're a couple hundred feet from you.
Okay. So far enough away that whispers are okay, but close enough that should be like, haha, we found them.
That's your call, bro.
Yeah. I love making calls. What's the terrain between us like?
It's basically grassland. on a
Okay.
somewhat severe downward slope.
Okay. So we crawled up a hill to see them, and we're basically just peeking out over like
Yeah.
a plateau.
Yep, over the summit, basically.
Okay. Then I guess I'm just going to motion to the tracker that we should head back down to the group.
He motions like he basically motions for you to go get them, and that he's gonna stay and watch.
Okay. Make my way down then.
Okay.
Every so often looking back up to keep an eye on him, because the last time I went with a scout who said, "You go that way." Didn't work out so well.
All right. Yeah, you keep an eye on him until you get towards like halfway down, in which case line of sight's broken, and then you head back down and you meet up with the rest of them. That was pretty impressive.
It was adorable.
Sarkesh just kind of like nasally explodes as you make your way back. It's pretty hardcore.
This squeak at the end of it that makes Bobbert twitch his ears.
Yeah.
Quit scratching.
So yeah, you make your way back to them.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool. It's all good. I say hi.
Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Where's the tracker?
He's up at the top of the ridge. We found them. There's more than half a dozen, but I couldn't get a much better count than that. Okay. That happened.
Well,
Roger, you need to
So our
wake
cover's
up.
blown, right?
Yeah. So you hear war cries as Lincoln Park blares on the winds.
that wasn't Lincoln Park. It's
I know.
Lost Prophets.
I'm aware what it is. I'm saying their war cry is Lincoln Park.
Oh god. Their retaliation is Link Park. It's going to be quite an adventure.
Anyways, continue.
So I'm going to ask that you all attempt to quietly make your way up the hill so that we don't get him killed trying to get back up to him.
What's the area around them like? Did you get a good look?
It's flat.
So there's no way we could sneak in around them to surprise them from different angles?
This group? No.
Alright.
Rude.
Oh, I already know. I'm not the one that makes the most noise.
Alright,
You'll
well, I guess we should attempt to head quietly that way.
Okay.
Stealth attempts.
I'm going to make my way back up first. That way, if you fail, he's not on his own.
Okay. God damn it.
Every time.
Twist! The tracker was part of the bandits.
Plot
I'm not
twists.
surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Johan, you make your way back up, and you find the tracker in a basically where you left him, watching, and he kind of turns as you approach, and then motions for you to like stay low. The rest of you wait like 2 minutes, and then kind of begin coming up the hill. He turns to you, Johan. So are they coming? And then on the breeze, you can hear like,
Yeah.
and he just kind of like he looks at you and just rolls his eyes with the most disdain you've ever seen from another human being.
I've apparently never looked in a mirror, but
No, you're never angry when you look in a mirror. All you see is a smart person looking back at you.
thanks, man. I needed that to get through the day.
Because I'm right behind you, buddy. Anyways,
So is Sarkesh with his loud armor.
Karen has the same loud armor and rolled worse on his stealth.
yeah, I feel like Vel
it's not
and
just
Perrin
me.
were both of the ridiculously loud ones. Not that any of you were
Hey,
particularly quiet, I mind
You
you.
try to be stealthy with that tail.
About to say, with
It's out of
me, all you're
control.
hearing is little jingles.
I don't know. I feel like Perrin, on top of his crashing up the hill, is also reciting a hymn.
He's singing Lost Prophets at the top of his lungs while
Totally.
walking up the hill. So, Johan, as you hear this, you can see the camp like visibly all kind of rise at once, and you see them kind of separate into two groups and begin
I-
rushing around
Can I
the hill.
see the group coming up the hill?
Yeah, like if you get up and turn around, you can see them all kind of like creeping up slowly.
I'm going to turn around and flash like halt, or pump my hand like that, like no.
Okay, you do
Anything
that.
but what you're doing.
You do that. Does anyone heed the warning?
I
Sure.
do. Well does.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop.
Good.
Everyone go ahead and roll initiative now.
Damn it.
Shit.
Oh my god. Once again, I've rolled
Get
the best.
wrecked!
God, I feel like Merc 2.0. Get like
Alright,
a plus
so,
21 to my
Hal, what was
initiative.
yours?
10 minus 1 for initiative.
No, it's 10.
It's not -1, it's
Oh.
just
10
the
is the
number.
final product.
Well, it says -1 next to it.
Zach,
Yeah, because you rolled an 11.
you rolled an 11,
Minus
and it
6.
subtracted the 1 and gave you the 10.
Oh, okay.
Johan,
6.
Perrin,
You got 11.
Oh,
thank
11.
you. Sakesh,
18.
ooh, look at you. Look at you, buddy. Vel,
11.
alright. Ha! All right, so just in time, Sirkesh, you see Johan go like stop, and you freeze, and you turn, and you hear in the distance the sound of people like running from both sides of the mountain, and you see people as they kind of
Come here.
cross. Okay, good.
Come here.
Kind of cross into your field of vision as they run from the mountain. There's basically 4 on each side.
I'm gonna quickly whisper, we need to split off and take these guys in small groups.
Okay, what's your action?
I'm moving to the first group to my left.
Okay, you're
I'm
heading to
just
the
gonna
left.
get up and rush them. Shield up and sword ready.
All right. Just to expedite things, we'll say you can make it in one movement. So go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah. Forgot, is that just clicking my weapon?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, how do you get the damage from your weapon? You said you figured that
You
out.
click where it says longsword, click longsword, and it will deal your damage.
Oh, nice.
I just clicked the wrong thing then.
Even though, no, you clicked the right thing, you rolled a 1 to hit.
Aw.
You're the best. What weapon were you attacking with?
His
Oh,
longsword.
Sword?
Right, your longsword. It says, I'm retarded. Anyways, you rush forward and you bring your longsword to bear, and you get into this with this bandit, and this bandit seems exquisitely talented with his spear and just outmaneuvers you and disarms your longsword, flicking it across your wrist, and you manage to just let go and bend your wrist enough not to have it snap as he kind of pushes his spear between your forearm and wrist to kind of bow your sword out, but your sword goes and flies a few feet away from you, landing on the ground.
Eat it.
I'm gonna put him not at the top. I'm gonna have him go at the bottom. Veltari, what do you want to do? You can see these people. You saw what happened to Sarkesh to your left.
What?
Your mic is muted. And has been the whole time.
You're always muted.
I sneezed and muted it.
It's good. It's really good.
Anyway, I'm gonna try casting Witch Bolt at the one that Sarkesh derped out at.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your attack.
If I try to roll from my spells, it's gonna send the spell like it usually does, or...
You can try since you haven't in like 2 weeks.
Yeah!
Okay.
So good at
Now, to fix that, you hit the little cog, and where it says output, you put it to attack, not spell card.
Where's that?
Should be at the bottom, I think.
Output's like in the middle of all of that stuff.
Oh, okay. It's in the middle.
Ah! Got it. Thank you.
And then hit it again. Okay, you're missing stuff on that spell, apparently.
I'm on it.
Missing the damage part of it being input into the stuff.
Yeah, you are. Okay. It is 1d12. 1d12. Type lightning. Clicky. Alright, now do it again. Yeah. Oh, that's odd. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, I misclicked.
That's just
There we go.
wrong.
Ranged. Got it. Okay. Now it'll output correctly. So now, please click the button. Because this should tell us if you hit. And it doesn't. Motherfucker. Fuck this fucking fucker.
Yeah, that one.
All this is correct in here. Healing, add ability, saving throw, none. Higher level cast. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not outputting correctly.
It does the same thing for my abilities too. It's just rolling damage. It's not giving you whether it didn't rolled or not.
Yeah, because it's supposed to, when you put in spell attack ranged, it's supposed to roll your attack. But it's not, which is fun. Alright, well, roll 1d20 plus 5. Alright, well, that misses. You fire and your lightning arcs out, and as Perrin's sword is being flung from his hand, the bolt just, like, careens right next to both of them, kind of taking the bandit off guard a little. Perrin, that brings us to you. What do you want to do, buddy?
And they're like within charging distance.
Yes, they're within a half action, or a move.
Okay. Oops. Didn't want to do that, but it makes me read it. Not what I want to do. Where is...
There is two
Is it
sides.
my divine favor?
To do the
No.
guiding bolt thing?
No, I wasn't worried about that. I was just trying to remember what it did.
Oh.
Alright, I'm just gonna dash up with my warhammer in both hands and attack the closest one.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, cool. And for that, we're clicking
You click Warhammer.
Yeah.
And then that barely misses.
That sucks.
So you get into it, and the swordsman is these. Apparently, these are just exceptionally good guards. Which side did you go to, left or right? Did you go with Sarkesh, or did you split the other way?
Whichever one was closest.
They're both the same distance.
I guess towards the one with Sorkesh, I guess.
Okay.
All right, Hal, you got all the ones on the right.
I
Well,
noticed.
I still have a.
Yes, you can still take a
I
bonus
guess since
action.
I'm gonna do my War Priest one then.
Okay.
Keep track of this, so 2 of 3. Swing my Warhammer again. And that one hits.
That one does hit. Go ahead and click your Warhammer button, and it'll roll damage for you.
Now, what part of it do we click that's different for damage?
You click, like on this card, you click Warhammer, the outputted
Down at the
card.
bottom. Yeah.
You
Right
click
next to the
Warhammer
plus
at the bottom,
Ah, interesting.
and that will output the damage.
Did he roll 2 7s, or does it just
No,
display twice?
what it's doing is there's damage 1 and damage 2, and it outputs
Mhm.
both of them.
Okay, since the weapon is versatile, it's showing me both. That sucks. I rolled a 7 either way.
Yep. So yeah, good. We'll just say that's this dude. So you bring your Warhammer back and just smash it into the chest as the swordsman. You finally find like an opening after he deflects your previous attack, and you just crush it into his chest, and you can see like he just gasps for air and then just kind of collapses for a second onto the ground, taking a knee.
Cool.
And then our tracker goes ahead and fires an arrow at the guy that you just almost killed, and it lands in the ground by your foot.
Fuck, man.
What the fuck, bro? Hal, that brings us to you. What do you want to do?
How close are the ones on the? Well, you said they're about the same distance, but how close are they?
About 20 feet.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to entangle the ones on the right,
Okay.
and that is they have to roll. The DC is 12.
All right. You focus and you bring the roots of the grass and stuff, and you attempt to weave these into vines, and they erupt from the ground around these brigands and unfavorable folk, who quickly like leap back and begin hacking through the vines.
Okay.
Johan, this brings us to you.
So did they split up into 2 groups of 5, or they're still on the
2
hill?
groups of 4.
There are 2 groups of
4,
4.
so they're still... Okay, so they're still the 2 ahead of us by the camp?
You don't know where they went.
Maka.
Oh, I don't see them.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, in that case, I guess I'll draw my staff and charge at the ones that Hal is attacking.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I will attempt that. 2 hands, I believe that just misses.
You just miss.
Okay, and I'm going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So,
To make
that's
2
just
more
2
attacks,
martial arts,
right?
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 1 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Got 1 hit.
Or quick
Yay.
damage. Alright. You rush down the hill and attack one of the people who are cutting the vines away from their legs. And they just barely get their sword up in time to deflect your quarterstaff blow. You then throw a punch that they definitely dodge out of the way, but your second punch coming from the other side catches them off guard, and you kind of crush into his rib cage, and you can hear him audibly get a...
Well, for the record, I'm using my open hand, so I would like to attempt to knock this guy prone.
Okay.
So that means he has to make a dex save.
Yeah, he falls. He falls to the ground as your strike lands on him.
What's tapping?
What?
I hear
I'm
something
beating my
tapping.
dog
Oh,
to keep her from scratching.
Why
'Cause
you
she's
gotta-
itchy.
Why you gotta do that? Your dog loves
She
you.
needs it.
All right, so it's time for banditos.
So they're Mexican.
Yes. I have decided that they are banditos. So, let's see. There are 4 on either side. So, that means we're splitting between Perrin and Sarkesh. So, first 2 are going to be against Perrin. First one's a 19, second one's a 13. Perrin, do either of those hit?
sorry. 19 does.
Because you're 15 or 16?
No, he's... If he has his... No, wait, no shield,
He's
right?
not shielded.
Okay, so 16.
Okay, so one of them hits. I forgot to write down their weapons, but I have the weapons table shortlisted, so...
And in case you ever need to know for my key, the DC on it is currently 12.
Okay. Wow. You take 3 damage as you begin defending from 2 of these attackers. One of them just barely breaks through your defense and causes a small cut along your shoulder. Next ones are Sarkesh. Just add 2 to these damage or these attack rolls. So neither of those hit.
Nope.
That leaves us to the right guys. The one that you knocked prone is going to get up and attack you, Johan.
Okay.
Again, add 2. Wow, good. He gets up, pulls his sword back, and thrusts it at you, and you use your bow staff and wrap around as what you saw happen to Sarkesh and fling his sword a few feet away. He looks at you like, oh, fuck. As his friend then rushes forward and attacks you as well. That's
I was
21.
hoping for the 20. I was hoping for both ends of that spectrum.
Yep. And that is 1d6 plus 2. I should just have like a weapons one. Like we're gonna just do this. So you take 6 damage from his friend,
Good.
who's seeing that rushes forward and glances you your arm with his sword.
Okay.
And then his next friend, his next good friend, also attacks you.
Pass.
And rolls a 19. And deals 5 damage to you with his sword.
Good.
As he catches your leg with a glancing blow. The last one on this side then rushes Veltari and makes his attack, which is a 10, which I actually think hits you. Right?
I believe you have 9.
I think her AC is 9.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's 9.
Alright. You take 8 damage as this person rushes forward with their short sword and just cuts along your arm.
Good.
And then... Alright. Sarkesh, that brings us to you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna grab my sword and start fighting again.
Okay, you move, well actually... In order to
You said about 3 feet.
Yeah, in order for you to get to your sword, you would open yourself up to attacks of opportunity.
Oh, hell.
Do you have any other weapons?
I have a javelin.
You whip out your javelin. Go ahead and attack with it. Or do whatever you're going to do with it. Alright, you hit.
Damn.
You do definitely hit.
Do I click it again to attack?
Yeah, now you click the javelin button at the very bottom of that card, and it'll show you the damage. Nice, okay. So yeah, looking back at the guy that previously disarmed you, you pull out your javelin, and with two quick kind of a slash and a thrust, you knock his sword to the side and stab into his chest. And as you pull it back, you can see some of the blood begin to drip down his leather armor. That brings us to Vel. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull out my dagger and attempt to stab the bitch that just cut me.
All right, I believe in you.
Really? Because I don't.
I don't. Not really.
Stab with strength. Stab with all your strength.
You're slightly better strength. Oh wow, you hit. Good job. I believed in you and it worked. Go me.
Do what you did to the orc.
And just click
What you did to
dagger
the orc.
and it'll do it. All right, not bad.
There's no strength bonus on that?
I don't think her strength gives her a bonus. What's your strength?
I don't.
It's not for a plus
It does
2
not
when
give
she
a
attacks.
bonus.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
The
right,
plus
that's
2 is
proficiency bonus.
yeah.
Proficiency.
All right, so you dealt 3 damage. So yeah, you quickly kind of, as his slash hits you, you whip out your dagger and just stab under his chest armor. Striking well enough. Perrin, your turn.
Out of curiosity, and I'm not finding it really anywhere because it might not be a thing, but it doesn't look like the book talks about having to roll for spells unless it specifies to.
Yep. If it says that you have to make a spell attack roll, then you roll. Otherwise, you don't.
So, but I think for her witch bolt, did she have to roll for that?
Yes,
then?
you make a spell attack. It says in the card.
Okay. I was just curious because I was trying to look it up and couldn't really find anything about it.
It says make a ranged spell attack against the creature in Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Which means you do it with your modifier.
Only for specified ones.
If it's specified. Otherwise, it either automatically hits or it always tells you how it works.
Yeah.
Within the context of it, so.
Okay. Just wondering. Alright. So there's one guy on the ground in front of me, and then 2 of them that tried to attack me.
I don't think there's anyone that's on the ground in front of you. There's
Oh,
one
the guy
that's on
back
the...
up and tried to attack you.
Yeah.
Guy that took his knee got back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He wasn't downed, it just hurt, so he kind of fell back.
Okay. And that guy hasn't run away, right?
No one
Looks
has
like
run
he's
away
still
from this
in front of me.
combat yet.
Alright, cool. I'm going to hit that guy then, I think.
Alright.
But before I do that, let's see. I want to. Pretty sure I can put Divine Favor on that, right? It doesn't cast and require anything. Cool. I'm gonna put Divine Favor on my weapon.
Okay.
So that now does.
Is that a bonus
2
action to do that?
Or wait. Yes.
Okay.
That's at the end of.
You just apply it, and then when you make your attack, you add a d4. Effectively, all it does is it makes it so when you attack, you roll your attack. If you hit, you
And
roll
then,
your damage, and then you roll Divine Favor on top of that.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. And I guess we'll hit the guy that I hit before.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna use my
Oh, you're gonna use your channel divinity thing.
guided strike.
Okay, you hit.
I want the fucker down.
We're gonna go ahead and click the warhammer.
Right. Keep forgetting to do that.
And now roll divine favor.
Really wish I had more than one window for this stuff.
I know, right? Okay. So, as he's getting back to his feet, you see him, like, kind of pull back, like, I don't want any, and you just bring your warhammer down across him, and it just, you hear the sickening snap of his neck, and he just kind of flails down to the ground in a thud.
Good.
Ugh.
I'm satisfied with this.
Delicious.
You hear, actually, I'm gonna do this the way you're supposed to do this, because I have to roll for fucking everything.
Yay.
You hear, Arin yell, Johan, there's one coming behind you. Halasia, it's your turn.
How close am I to Veltari and her attacker?
You haven't moved, so you're like within 5 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and attack her attacker.
Okay, go for it. 13, that hits. Good job. You break his guard, and you can tell that where you're hit basically only impacts armor, but you do deal 2 damage to him. And he kind of like looks back at you, kind of upset that there's no someone else trying to stab him. That poor man. Johan, your turn.
Alright, I am going to attempt to bludgeon the first person who hit me with my staff. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's a massive
You
miss.
miss.
And I'm also on a flurry of blows.
It's your second key
that's gonna be
point.
fun too. Second key point. Alright. 3
Alright.
misses.
Yeah, that was not your day.
I'm glad that I'm going to die. Again.
I'm going to
Thanks
blame
for
it on the
having
new
4 on me.
quarterstaff.
Alright, so Bandito's time. Again, we're going to start with Perrin and Sirkesh. So that's going to be 2 for Perrin, or 1 for Perrin and 2 for Sirkesh, because Perrin's killed one of his. Perrin, we'll start with you. He misses.
Myth.
He is very scared of what you did to his friend, and you can tell that his attacks are more defensive than offensive at the moment, and you have no real problem parrying them. Sirkesh,
I'm just gonna stare at him and smirk.
you, like, one of them brings their sword and you just crash into it with your shield. Or javelin, whichever one you're wielding, I'm not really sure at the time.
Using both.
Okay, so yeah, you just deflect it with your shield like it's nothing. And then the next one, it's a 13. You just, with your javelin, block his other attack. That brings us to, we'll do Vel and Halasia. I think Vel did the most damage because she stabbed him, so he's going to continue his attack on Vel. That's a 13, which hits.
Dicks.
What an ass. Dealing 7 damage to you.
Balls.
You're still alive though, right? Because you don't roll.
For now.
Because you don't roll ones when you get HP.
now.
But yeah, he brings a sword and it cleaves into your chest, and blood begins to kind of seep onto your clothing. This brings us to the 3 amigos that are trying to fuck over Johan.
I mean 4, right?
No, there's only
Not
3.
yet.
plus the one running up behind me, right?
Well, one of them split off to attack Vel,
Oh, okay.
so it comes back down to 3.
Oh, good. Thank God.
So, the first one, the one that you are the most pissed off at, who has been deflecting all of your blows, decides to attack, and I'm gonna need you. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. All right.
Oh my God, I didn't fucking suck.
So as he brings his sword back, looks into your eyes. How much HP are you left with?
6.
6. Okay. He kind of like looks into your eyes and thrusts forward, and you can feel this kind of emergence of adrenaline rush through you as you attempt to kind of dodge out of the way. So you take 1 damage from that attack.
Good.
Because half of 3 is 1. D&D. The next one attacks you. Go ahead and make
Not
another
really
dex.
liking how well these guys are rolling.
Make another dex saving throw. All right. Good. That's 4 damage. So you're now at like what, 1 HP?
1 HP.
Okay. So the last one attacks you. That
Hey, go fuck yourself.
was impressive. And this one, amazed at your extraordinary feats of dexterity, misses you completely. Sarkesh, that brings us to you.
Stabby stab. I missed.
You attempted a stabby stab, and you're parried. Veltari, what do you want to do?
I want to try to get away from this guy.
All right, so you're going to disengage and run.
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay.
Get some distance.
You get your movement away from him, so I think that's like 30, 20? Something like that. Perrin, what are you going to do?
How far away is Johan?
Like 40 feet.
Yeah, he's about 40 feet from you.
Alright, well I guess I'll use my healing word as my bonus action.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, 4 healths.
roll the 1. That's
Yep.
horrible.
All right, Johan, you're at
Good.
5. Good for you.
Alright.
Wait, what?
He gave you 4 health back.
Oh.
You're at 5
I
now.
completely missed that. Sorry. Thank you.
And then, I'll have to ask you how you want to do dodge later, because that seems kind of weird. But,
It is a little weird.
yeah, I didn't quite understand implementing that one. But anyway, I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me, the other one that tried to attack me.
Do it to it.
Oh,
Not quite. He manages to stay just outside of your Warhammer's range.
that's lovely. All right. So I have one more action.
Do you?
Yeah, because attacking was one action, healing was a bonus action.
So you have movement. You only
Or
get 1
dodge.
action. No, you don't get to. You can't dodge. That's an action.
Yeah.
You only get 1 action on a turn, and you can use a bonus action, and you have movement.
Oh,
Those are
movement
3
is
entirely
an action?
no. Those are entirely independent things, unless you want to dash, which uses your action to double your movement.
Okay.
Also, coming up from being prone is counted as movement, not an action. So you
Alright.
can move, essentially, but that's it. Which will open you up to attacks of opportunity.
Yep. Okay. No, I guess I'll just have my turn then.
Okay. You hear a bow snap, or a bowstring fire. Johan, an arrow sails past you and the guys that you're fighting, and you can hear cursing coming from behind you.
It's all that alcohol.
Halasia, it's your turn.
I'm going to attack the one that Veltari ran from again.
All right, do it to it. All right, you miss. He
Also,
manages to defend. Yeah.
oh, I was just gonna say for Halasia, her scimitar also has finesse, so it's the same as Brittany's daggers. You can choose Dex or Strength
Yes.
depending on which stat is better.
How?
You click
You
on the
just-
cog, and switch it from where it says Dex to STR,
Yeah,
and then it'll roll off of your strength.
and that also applies to damage as well.
Yes. Then if you do that, you have to
Very
apply it
good.
to damage.
Because I think last time you were rolling it at a -2 or something for your damage. So
Okay.
So are we counting that last roll, or are we gonna let her
No.
re-roll because she didn't know?
No, that
well,
last
it's using dexterity to roll it, and then strength for the damage part.
Yeah.
yeah,
Looking at the roll again.
All right. Well, that last one counts. How do you want it to be rolled in the future?
I'm gonna stick with strength or dexterity because my dexterity is a -1 and my strength is a -2.
Okay. So
So would my damage still roll as strength?
no, your damage. It rolls as whatever your attack is. So if you attack with Dex, your damage is Dex.
Okay. Okay.
but that's generally a good thing because if it's -1, it's -1 for both.
hmm
Dex.
I just switched it back over to dex. Oh no, I didn't. My
I
bad.
didn't. I just did.
Thank you.
And
appreciate
there you go. There's the other one. And that one's yeah.
Okay.
So that's not finesse. That's strength only. All right. Cool. That's all done and good. Johan, your turn.
Can I ask real quick how disengaging works? Is that if I disengage, do I disengage from all three or just one?
You disengage from everybody. You get out of all melee combat
Perfect.
as long as you have the
and-
ability to, like, as long as there's somewhere to move to.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I am going to continue attempting to clobber that guy who hit me in the face.
Okay.
So. Oh wow, that actually might have worked.
Congratulations, you hit him.
Yay.
Yeah. And if I, oh there, if I click that, that's just gonna do the 1d6 though, right?
That
So
should
I've
do
got a-
both. Click,
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, click quarterstaff. It should bring up both. Yeah. And you attacked with both hands, right?
Yes.
So yeah, good job.
I don't. Oh, okay, 6. Oh, I see. It did strength, and I have no idea what. I don't know what happened. That doesn't seem right. I don't know why I got a 9.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into your character sheet and fix whatever you fucking broke, Zach.
I didn't touch shit.
Ouch.
Fuck you breaking,
clicked the
boy.
button.
Well, the first roll is for one hand, the second roll is for two hands.
I know, but it's applying it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Because it says, 4 plus 8, which it shouldn't.
Hmm.
Oh,
The second roll is the crit.
I know why. Yeah, okay. That's why.
Plus says the
Alright.
crit.
Oh.
So, yeah, you rolled 4
Okay,
damage.
so
Good job.
4 damage. I rolled a 6.
You did not roll a 6. You take from the right side, because that
What do I
was
take from the
your...
right?
You're doing it with 2 hands, correct?
Oh.
That is the 1d8 roll. You rolled a 1 on that, unfortunately. So you have to take the 4.
Balls.
The
Yes.
crit.
And you do not get the perks of a crit because you are not rolling with advantage. So,
All right, cool. So I do 4 damage. That's all fun. And
Now
then I'm
what do I
going to
do?
use the last of my key to Step of the Wind, disengage, and retreat back over toward. I guess Hal is the only person who's in the original position.
mm-hmm.
Or is Vel? No, Vel's still there. Vel didn't
Vel's
move.
No,
running.
Bell ran.
Vel disengaged
I
and ran.
ran.
Okay.
It's just me.
I'm going to run over towards Hal then.
Okay, and you can move 30 feet, correct?
40.
Okay. So are you stopping it where she is, or do you keep going? She's only 20 feet from you.
I'll move 30 feet back.
Okay.
So I'll go 10 feet faster.
Okay. You run away. Bandito's time! Alright, first one against Perrin, because it always is. 13.
Oh, that's cute.
Misses, okay.
16.
Sarkesh. Nope. Sarkesh, nope.
Definitely no.
This one is against Hal this time, because Vel has booked it. 16.
I have a 10 in our armor class, so I'm pretty sure it hits.
And wow, you take 3 damage as his short sword kind of like cracks into your branch arm.
Yay. First bit of damage I've taken.
Yay! That leaves our 3 most favorite Johann murdering sons of bitches.
I do like them. I like them a lot.
First though, the first one is going to run up and assist his friend and attack Halasia. 15. So he actually gets another hit. And this one gets a hit. This one gets 6 damage on you as he runs up
I'm
behind
dead.
you. As he runs up behind you, cleaves his scimitar into your back, or not a scimitar, you have the scimitar. Cleaves his longsword into your back and you just drop to the ground. The 2 other banditos are going to rush Johann.
It's always fun.
The first one gets a 14,
Miss.
and the second one rolls a 16.
Hit.
And deals 6 damage.
I'm down.
Alright, Johann, I would like you to roll 1d20 plus 6. Okay. So, Johann, as this strike lands on you, your mind goes blank. Vel, you're currently still booking it, so you're not paying attention. Perrin and Sarkesh, you guys are caught up in your own fight, so you're not paying attention. And, okay. Sarkesh, it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
Stab stab, as always.
Alright, I believe in you. Haha! Haha! You bring your spear into his, you catch him finally into the armpit of the armor and stab your spear through, and as you pull it out, he just drops to the floor, clutching his now highly perforated body. Vel, what do you want to do?
I gotta go open the door 1 second.
Okay. Vel, what do you want to do?
Which bolt?
Who are you witch bolting?
I don't even know my options at this point because I was
There
gaining
are-
distance. So
There are everyone except for the people Johann was. Oh no, because they chased after him. So everyone is an option for you. You can attack the people attacking Johann and Hal, or you can attack Hal, or you can attack the ones attacking Perrin and Sarkesh.
I am going to attack one of the ones attacking Johann or Hal. Probably the one that. Wait. What happened to Johann a minute ago? I just zoned out.
So, as you turn and you begin summoning your next witch bolt, you turn and you see Johann with this deep black aura about him. And it pulses, and it catches you off guard as you begin to focus your witch bolt. And you see his hand as the brigand slashes at him, and he just catches it with one hand, and with his other hand he just grabs at the guy's throat, and you can see this person just from their neck down, it just turns black, and their face sucks in, withering, and then they just fall to the ground. Where do you want to cast your witch bolt?
I'm gonna cast my witch bolt at the one that hit Halasia,
Okay, go for
because
it.
I think Johann's got that covered.
That seems odd.
It
All
does
right,
seem
well, I'm
odd.
going to go ahead and attack the other guys. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Ah,
1d20 plus 5.
damn it. I can't type, holy shit.
You can always just do what I do and roll 1d20 and then just add 5. Okay, yeah, you hit him. So it's a d12. You can either click on this spell card or roll a d12. Nice. So, seeing this, you fire and it arcs through the air to the person that attacked Halasia, and in a flash of purple-white lightning, their head is there, and then it is gone, and they fall to the floor.
Yay, good job.
Perrin, that brings us to you. What are you up to?
I guess rinse and repeat.
Okay.
We're just okay. Sheet.
Okay, well, you definitely hit.
Oh, well, and then let's go ahead and get a second swing in. So I'll use my ward and main again.
Okay.
So I now have one more use of that for the rest again.
Well, you have to roll damage first, so.
Okay.
So 4 damage. All right. And now roll your second hit. That one does not connect. You crush into his side, and he, though he wasn't able to block the first one, as you pull back, you do almost the exact same attack, and this time he's able to parry it just enough to where he doesn't take too much of the impact, but he does look to be
Recovery.
fairly hurt. Everyone on the battlefield can now hear Arin just swearing in almost hysterics. Vel, you see him kind of looking at Johann, and he pulls back and fires. And as he pulls back, he's so hysterical that he overdraws his bow to such a degree that the string snaps in his hand.
Oh my god, he rolled a
Poor Orin.
one.
So,
Why did you
Halasia,
stop being
Undaunted.
drunk?
Halasia, how are you doing?
I'm at 0 hit points. I don't know.
Go ahead and make a
How am
death
I-
saving throw.
How do I do that?
You
Roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Hope for higher than 11.
Yep.
Or 11 or higher.
Yeah, you want... Good.
Yay!
That's
At
one
11 points.
success. So on your character sheet, one success on the death counter.
Just below your HP.
Johann, do the same thing.
There.
All right. I don't know why you got a +6, but you rolled a 15 anyways.
On the last one, you told me to do a d20 plus 6.
No, do the same thing as Halasia.
Oh,
You're doing a death saving throw. You're not in control
Got
of what's going on right now. You're effectively dead.
got it.
So it's a 15. You're a success as well.
Okay. Should I have added a success for last time or no?
No, the last one wasn't for that.
Okay.
It wasn't a death saving throw. Bandito time. So first against Perrin, because it's always first against Perrin. 17.
Ooh, that one actually hit me. He went from tickling to hitting. What's he do? What's he do?
Why are you doing this?
Or
He gets around your guard and strikes you for 4 damage. Next, Bendito, going to go ahead and attack Sukesh. 16.
Nope.
Oh yeah, because you have your shield out and you're 18.
Yep.
That is 1, 2. So there's 3 now. Two of the other bandits rush Johann and begin attacking, and every time they attack, it seems like they just cut through him. Like it just completely whiffs through his body, dealing no damage. One of them, though, seeing their friend get their head exploded, turns to Veltari and begins running towards her, but is just out of range. Sarkesh, that brings us to you at the top of the 5th round.
I'm tired of holding back. I'm using a spell.
Okay. What spell are you using? Burning Hands.
Yeah, now I gotta figure out how to cast it because I just clicked it.
Each creature makes a dex saving throw, and then if they fail,
sucks.
it's 3d6 damage. So there you go.
I have to make a saving throw too.
I'm only doing it to the people in the area in front
There's
of me.
only one person he's attacking with it, directly in
Yeah.
front of him. It's not going to hit you. They fail, so roll 3d6.
Oh, damn. One sec. Set this up.
Come on, 5 damage.
So, you summon the fire within you, reach your hand out as you block their last blow, and you just kind of look at them and smirk, and jets of fire erupt from your fingers and immolate him instantly, and he falls to the ground screaming. Veltari, it's your turn.
I can't believe I held that back for so long.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger again, since
I believe in you.
well, dude's charging me. What else can I do?
Pretty much. Alright, make your attack. Alright. You miss. Perrin, what are you up to?
So this guy is like probably charging behind me, right?
What guy?
The guy that's charging Voltari.
Yeah, he's a ways behind you.
Okay. I want to get rid of the guy in front of me though.
Give them to me.
Alright. I'm gonna turn to the guy that ran behind me. And, just go ahead and do a gutting bolt.
Okay.
So that's my... We're doing spell attack bonus, so 1d... Or
It's a
1d20
d20
plus 5, right?
5. Plus whatever your
Yeah.
spell attack is.
Alright. 5.
That hits.
Cool. Did that roll right?
Yeah. 1 plus 3 plus 2. Wait, is that your attack roll?
I think it was my attack roll I rolled.
Yeah, because it's 3 wisdom plus
so
2
then
proficiency.
I wanna...
Yeah.
Okay, so then I want to roll that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now tell her how to make your car to do that. Do that so she can have her witch bolt all activate correctly.
I don't know, I can take a screenshot of it, but all I think I have is...
Yeah, I'll just look it up and make sure everything's the same after the game. So, you fire a guided bolt, and as radiant light kind of just seeps forward from you, it strikes Veltari's attacker, knocking him to the side, and he is gone. He is no more.
Good.
Yay.
Let's see how well this works. Fucking finally. Okay.
Orin doing a thing?
That's good. So, as
Feel
you do
Orin's
this,
pain.
as you do this, you begin to turn around as the person who was attacking you brings their sword back, and Orin runs up right behind him with a long sword and stabs it straight through their throat and impales them into the ground, screaming.
Oh,
He finally did something.
That's impressive for 2 damage.
Well, it didn't have his modifier.
Oh.
It was 4 damage in total, and the guy had 4 health left. It was pretty great. Halacia, go ahead and make a death saving throw. Alright, that's 2 successes. Johan,
What does that mean?
go ahead and make a death saving throw. That means you mark down second success. 2 successes for you as well. Haha! Everything's going right today for you guys.
Why would you say that?
Considering we're having to
Also-
make death saving throws, I would say no.
The points leading up to that, I would not say we're going my way.
So. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Okay. Cackle, cackle, cackle.
I'm hearing
Loud
birds.
birds.
What is the bird?
No kidding.
it's one outside of my window.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Shoot it.
No?
So again, now all of you kind of turn as the last 2 people attacking. You see one of them again try and strike Johan, and it just ripples straight through him. The other one pulls back as though he's about to attack, looks around, notices that everybody else is dead, and begins hoofing it down the hill. The attacker that just attacked Johan, sees his friend running, turns to run away, and then Johan's hand juts out, grabs him by the back of the neck, and pulls him down into the ground, and you hear a sickening crunch. And he's limp. And then after this, Johan stands back up, looks at all of you, and then just collapses to the ground. Sarkesh, what are you up to?
Who wants cupcakes?
I'm throwing my javelin at this fucker. He's not getting away.
Okay, good luck.
Oh.
I think he got away. I think you suck.
You throw your javelin, and it's an expert fucking throw. It's right down the center, and he turns and just catches it and keeps running.
Oh,
Oh my god.
only. Not only. Did
My
you not
javelin.
hit him? He took your javelin.
These are the most dexterous
No.
bandits ever.
I like this guy. This is
all
a good
you
bandit.
see Sarkash doing is laughing.
And for a second there, you're just kind of stunned at what just occurred in front of you. Both from Johan and this motherfucker right here, and you just start laughing. Veltari, what do you want to do?
Kill him.
I don't think she has any more witch
I
bolts.
can't. No, I have no more witch bolts. I can't do anything. Bye, dude. Nice catch.
See you later.
You can always throw your dagger.
No.
Oh, don't. Don't lose your dagger.
You'll catch it too.
Alright, Perrin, what are you up to?
How far is that guy away from us?
The guy that's running?
Yep.
Now he's probably from you, 60-something feet. So we'll say 65 feet.
Oh. Just out of range of one of my spells.
I
Damn.
could catch him if I were awake.
Do you
Wouldn't
have
be
any
able to hit him
spells
though.
left?
Huh?
Do you have any spells left?
I have. Well, it was a cantrip,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, I do have one spell left.
Okay, well, what are you doing? As you look at and you're like, ah, I could have, you motherfucker.
Oh, 2 people are injured. I want to kill them or heal people. Kill them or heal people.
I'm actually pretty sure everybody's injured. There's just 2
Not
people
me.
that are like,
Everyone's pretty injured.
That's true.
Sarkash
So
has 0
I
damage.
can't heal everyone.
Sarkesh doesn't count. He's not a real person. All right, Perrin,
Fuck
what are
it,
you
let's
doing?
kill him. Let's
Okay.
kill him. Whoa. So I'll use my guiding bolt.
Okay.
Oh,
You should hit the card thing, but no well.
You get your javelin back.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
No, that was just a hit.
6 and there you go.
oh, yeah, I get my javelin back.
Hold on. I wanna read about this real quick.
Uh-oh.
What's
Turns around and catches the guided
what's
bolt.
the distance? Yeah, what's the distance of guiding bolt?
120.
Okay, good.
And he's taking radiant damage, if that makes a difference for what you're playing with in your head.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to know that. Okay. So, an arc of radiant damage fires out from Perrin, and as it blasts forward, this poor bandit who has survived oh so very much doesn't even let out a scream as the bolt just hits him and completely evaporates him.
Oh, no javelin.
Does a lot of damage. Now your javelin falls to the ground. It's burned but not gone.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Halasia,
over-
it's not your turn. Halasia,
Oh,
make a
it's
death
not.
saving throw.
Oh hell.
All right,
Oh,
you gain.
really?
You're now at 1 HP and you're alive again. Johan, do the same.
Oh.
All right, you fail a death saving throw.
Oh no.
I get
What does
3.
that mean?
Doesn't
It
mean
means if I
anything
make
yet.
it to 3, I die permanently. If I
Mhm.
make it to 3, I get 1 HP.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 successes gives you an HP. You're still
so
out
can
of.
I clear out my successes now?
Yes,
Yes.
it's gone.
Okay.
As soon as you get 1 HP back, you're fine.
Okay.
Effectively. You're not allowed to take place in a combat if the combat's still going on, but other than that, you're fine.
Okay.
Sarkesh, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go walk over to Halasia and use lay on hands on her for 2 HP.
Okay, Malaysia, you're now at 3 hit points. Veltari, what are you up to?
I don't think I can help.
Yells
I want to
Veltari from
help.
about 30 feet away.
I want to help, but I can't.
Veltari continues to yell.
She continues to yell. All right, Perrin, what are you up to?
I guess I'll walk over to Johan.
Can you make it 40 feet?
No. I think with my heavily encumbered, I do, what, 25, since it's a -10 to movement?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, 25 meters towards him. And I think I have to touch him for that one. I do. Okay. I'm just gonna move towards him. Well, I
Mhm.
guess
You can dash. Or actually,
I'll
are you
dash.
heavily encumbered or just encumbered?
heavily encumbered.
I don't think you
Encumbered
could.
is
I don't
10
think,
times your. What's your strength?
Strength is 14, but I
What's
have
your
a
weight. If it's below 1.
151.
Oh, yeah, he is heavily encumbered.
if you're heavily encumbered, your speed drops by 20 feet, and you have disadvantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. You're going to want to get rid of that because that's going to really fuck you next game we play. If you stay heavily encumbered.
You want to drop
I
12
have
pounds.
training. I'm proficient in heavy mail though.
That's irrelevant. If you are
It's
heavily
weight is weight.
encumbered, your speed drops by 20 feet, and you automatically get disadvantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, use of strength, dex, or constitution. No matter what. Like, that is a thing of being over encumbered by such a degree. So I'm letting you know now, because if you get into another combat, that's going to be a thing.
Alright.
So, you can move. You can technically dash, it looks like. So, whatever your speed is, minus 20, you can double that. to try and get to him.
Minus 20, so 30 feet.
Okay. So you get most of the way to him. None of you are paying attention to what he's doing. Halasia, what do you want to do?
How far away is Johan from me?
10 feet, maybe? It's not very far.
That's where I was.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to him and use Cure Wounds if I can.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, that didn't do anything. It's. Let me go to my spells real quick. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yep.
So, what do I roll for that?
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
It's my spellcasting ability. Oh, wisdom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
So it should be like, what, 1d8 plus 3?
Two.
Plus 2. Alright, Johan, you regain 2 wounds and slowly begin coming back to consciousness.
Yay, I
Not great.
helped.
And you take note that you are just incredibly thirsty when you do so.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
I guess I look around and see all the death around me. So I take it you guys kicked some ass.
Well, there's a crispy over there.
You're welcome.
There's also a crispy there too.
Only his head, missing head.
Well, there's one that was completely incinerated.
So that's a yes then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my sword and walk over there and get my javelin back.
Okay, you pick it up. It's burned, like the shaft of it is burned, but it's fine for the most part.
Also, Sarkesh and Perrin are too far away to have healed me, right? So I can just assume that it was Hal who did it.
Mm-hmm. No, you can
Okay.
tell as soon as you kind of get up. She's the one that's
Okay.
like holding her hands on you, and you can feel warmth coming from that.
Okay, in that case. Thank you, Hal.
You're welcome. I hope this helps mend the grudge between us.
It helps.
Hopefully I won't regret this later.
Yet to be seen.
And during this exchange, a distraught Veltari just walks up and just pokes him in the face, like, ah!
Are you holding your finger against my face, or did you just poke and retract?
Holding my finger against your face, like, oh my god, you're. Nah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of turn to her and look.
Well,
If she needs, I can cock an eyebrow.
I'm
She
now
just
going.
squeaks at you and then pats your head, like, ah! She's very upset.
I'm more confused than anything, so.
You did a weird. She's upset.
Yeah, I don't know that. Anyways.
Okay, Sarkesh is gonna go up to our tracker and ask him to follow him up the hill just to check, see if there's any others.
The tracker kind of looks at you and he's like, well, at least one of them got away. There were 10 when we got here. We only killed 9.
Well, let's find out where he went.
You guys walk back up the
At
hill
least
and
the direction.
yeah, you walk back up the hill and you begin like you look down in there and the encampment's pretty much all just set up still. But there's no sign of anyone.
All right, I called down to the guys and asked them to come up with us, and we'll go check out the encampment, see what we can find.
Vel's finger still planted firmly in my cheek. I stand up as it goes from that to that. And begin making my way up the hill.
With her finger planted on your cheek the whole way.
I mean, if she glued it.
No.
Otherwise, I assume
She would have
it
fallen
doesn't
behind
follow.
at this point.
I'm gonna head up the hill too.
Follow suit.
All right, you all make it to the top of the hill. You look down and you see what appears to be a abandoned encampment of a couple of tents, a fire pit, a tanning rack, and a whetstone like area to sharpen below you.
Well, let's see what we can take from this and see if we can use any of it to mend a few of our friends.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Roll investigation. Whoever wants to be searching over the camp for loots.
I will.
I find nothing. I'm too focused on the little fire that's there.
Investigation. That one. Oh. Alright. Gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. So yes, you guys look through it for a while, and you find 10 gold pieces, 8 silver pieces, a holy symbol, and a polished stone box, and some like fur vests and stuff.
Is there anything in the box?
You
Was it
open it up,
locked?
and no, it's not locked. There's a like a latch to it, and you just take up the latch, and you open it, and there's one of the gold pieces from what I said before is just laying in there.
Okay.
It
Uh-huh.
looks as though it probably got everything removed quite quickly.
For the holy symbol, can I make it out as one of the divines?
Yes, it is a divine holy symbol. It is the holy symbol of which one would this one be? It is a wing. Which anyone, you and Perrin, and probably Vel, you're probably the three that actually worship the divines, know that it's a holy symbol of the god Vict.
Okay.
Alright, I look towards our tracker and ask, can he tell the direction they ran off in? Or at least the one left in.
He's, as you guys have been like looting everything, he's looking at the ground and trying to find them, and he's like, there's so many tracks, I can't make heads or tail out of which of these would be his. Like, this is obviously very well worn, and there seems to be kind of like two main funnels that they head out. One of them looks like it's heading towards Devonshire, and the other one looks like it's heading south and then probably loops around towards Cornwall, or maybe up towards Kent. But I don't know which one they took.
Alright. Take what we can. I'm gonna burn what's left of this to the ground.
Okay. So, you take whatever of that loot that I told you of, you all want. And then Surkesh decides to burn the rest of everything. And you guys head back to Cornwall.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 days later, you make it back to the outskirts of Cornwall. At which Oren kind of like turns to Sarkesh and he's like, "All right," holds out his hand.
How many days was that? 4?
4 days.
It's 4 gold.
I'm gonna give him 9 gold.
He takes it and thanks, and he kind of like turns around and he pulls out like a flask and hands it over to you.
Can
Told you I
fill
love
one
this
of
guy.
those? He might have been able to
Swig and hand
aim
it back.
without it.
He just kind of looks at you. At least I didn't get beat. Swig.
At least I did some damage.
By the way, since it's been 2 days, can I assume we've taken 2 long rests, so we should roll to recover hit points?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
You roll your total number of hit die. Twice.
Twice?
One for each long rest.
Oh, well, that puts me at higher than my initial, so I'm gonna say I just have 7.
Okay.
And that
Yep.
first one puts me 2 away, and I have 3 dice, so
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm at full.
There you go. I am too. Yay!
Just so all of you know, your hit die is always your level, D, whatever. So if you want to change that, you can. Because Perrin, Halasia, and Vel were all rolling single D8s, and you should be
Oh,
rolling
I'm a
2 D8s.
Oh,
I didn't know
just
I was
rolled
level
it
2 yet.
twice.
What? How much XP do you have, Hal?
525. I just
You are level 2
haven't-
at 300.
didn't know that. Thank you. What happens when you level up?
You get another hit dice.
Yeah, you get a hit dice, and you get second level spells and all that stuff that is in your player's handbook.
I'll have to open that up.
Yep. But yeah, you guys
Can
make
you
it
help
back.
me set that up after this round, or after we get done tonight?
Yeah, I'll show you how to do
By
it.
any chance? Okay, thank you.
Is it bad that I'm the only level 1?
Yes.
Probably.
Level 1. How
How
are
much
you level
experience
1?
Well,
do you have?
because if 275, I don't know if I got any from this last fight or not.
Well,
you
no,
haven't
no, no.
yet.
How are you? You should be at the exact same
Yeah,
amount
you
of
should be at the
experience
same
you
You
as
have the same
Hal.
amount as me. You should have 525.
I think it's because you dropped early your first session because you had to go to sleep. So you probably just didn't add it.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Probably. I thought I told him, but I might not have.
Fucking keep your character sheets in order. Not my job. Anyways, you'll get back to town. Oren is quite snippy when Halasia brings it up. It's just like, yeah, it looked like you were sleeping when I killed that guy. And then with that, he just turns and goes back into his cabin and shuts the door.
Okay, I think I found a drinking buddy while I'm here.
Bestie!
Have fun.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the blacksmith because it should have been enough time for my pulvers to be done.
Yeah, you get to the blacksmith, and he brings out 2. They're kind of crude, but crafted pauldrons and hands them to you. All right, anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, I need a spear to replace this javelin.
You got a gold?
Easily.
And goes into his back, brings out a spear.
Okay, you want to take the javelin off my hands?
How much you selling it for?
2 copper, don't care.
Sure. And he reaches down and gets 2 copper and hands it over to you.
Okay, and now I have to figure out how to add that in as a weapon.
Cool.
I'm gonna go to the inn and just crash. Spending the 2 copper I just got.
Yay. So you can sleep on the floor.
Pretty much because I don't care. Sarkesh, oh, I clicked the wrong button. Sarkesh really doesn't care.
All right, what are the rest of you up to when you get into town?
I'm heading back to the inn. Or wait, I have the holy symbol, so I'm gonna see if I can find any church that might be a worshiper of that particular divine. If not, I'll just anyone who worships the divines.
Yeah, you find that the
well,
only
no.
church that's in town. Perrin tells you of it.
Okay.
The only divine church in town.
I don't know how big Cornwall is, so
I told you at the beginning. Sub
well, shut up.
500 people. Pay the fuck attention.
I don't wanna. I don't like it.
It's got like 40,000 people and they all beat you with sticks every minute of the day.
That sounds about right.
Because the other town of 500 didn't like you.
Yeah. They send you to Gap and you're never to return.
Fuck Gap.
So yeah, you head to the church and I assume you just hand it to the cleric.
Yeah, I explained that it was taken from a group of thieves, so if anyone in town was missing one, or if they had anyone who they wanted to donate it to.
They thank you for your help and patronage.
It's the book.
I bow and
In Skype.
take my leave.
Okay. So you all, it's getting kind of late, so you all pack in, effectively. Then the next morning, what is it that you all want to be doing?
Well, I'm gonna go see my drinking buddy.
Yeah, you find his cabin, and he is in his cabin.
Pull out my bottle and ask if he wants to drink a little bit.
He pulls out his own bottle and starts drinking.
Yeah, and now we just hang out for the next few hours drinking.
Yeah, good. Okay. Anyone else doing anything in Cornwall?
I'm gonna hang back and attempt to make conversation with Veltari.
Okay. You hang back and find Veltari.
No, for now I'm just gonna stay in the room. Or my room, I guess.
So what are you and Veltari talking about?
Bobbert.
Alright, cool. It's an interesting conversation.
It's the best.
It's exciting.
Perrin, what are you up to?
I guess I'm gonna go to the outskirts of town and hunt for my lunch today,
Okay.
since we're not doing anything else.
You head to the outskirts of town, and it takes you a significant amount longer to, because you basically have to go out past the farms, and then you have to start searching, and there's not a lot of food on a plain, or, you know, a lot of edible vegetation. So, I mean, it takes you, like, 4 hours just to find enough food for yourself for the day,
Okay. Work with that.
but you end up getting your lunch, and dinner, and breakfast. It's good. It's real good. So how long do you all plan on spending in Cornwall?
Till everybody
much
else
longer.
decides to leave.
You know what?
I will.
I'm gonna go find our friend that we escorted here.
Yeah, that's what I was
Gaia?
gonna say.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going with him or independently searching, but
You both head out together.
okay.
How do you go about finding your friend?
Well, I'm gonna let my friend who's with me do the talking because I'm a little tipsy and I'm more racist when I'm drunk.
Thank goodness I have you, Sarkesh.
Yeah, I can still fight.
So, should I be investigating or persuading
Persuading.
people? Okay. So, yeah, I'm just to inform you of what I'm doing, I'm going around asking if anyone knows her by name, since you said small town, and she said she's usually here, and if she's not, she's in Kent. So, yay, there it is. Majestic.
Majestic. You ask around for a couple of hours, just because, you know, you're basically shot in the darking if anyone knows of her. But eventually you do find that she's probably currently employed by the Baron Alua, and is probably by his estate.
Okay. I ask them to point me in the direction of said estate, which I can probably see from the streets.
Well, you took Sarkesh with you, and he knows the way, and you know the way, because it's the same estate in which you met the tracker.
Yep.
Oh, I thought we just met him at the gates.
Ah, dog,
No, I
fucking
took you into
listen.
the cabin.
Gotta fucking listen, Zach.
I don't like listening.
It's gonna bite you in the
Sorry.
ass. It's,
Okay. Quick question: how much defense does that the pauldrons give me, and how much do they weigh?
They give you no defense, because that's not how this game works. You have to continue to upgrade your stuff to get to a split mail suit if you want any added defense.
Okay. How much do they weigh though?
They're 2 pounds, so just add that to your chainmail, and then,
Oh.
make a note that, like, put a P next to your chainmail so we know that there's pauldrons on it. But yeah, the difference between chainmail and plate mail is 2 AC. So,
Oh, so I would be at 20 then.
If you could afford the
but
1,500
that's
gold
yeah,
plate mail.
that's all
Yeah, I
plate
know.
mail. Whereas you're just kind of adding things as you go.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, you make your way to the estate. The Baron's guard looks at you both, and he's pretty well aware of Sarkesh now, so he just kind of like lets you guys in. Johan, you find, or the Baron comes to greet you both at the foyer. For the first time, Johan, you now see the elven man wearing his robes. Oh, Sarkesh, is there anything I can do for you? I heard that you and your friends ran afoul of some of the brigands, and your friends got a little hurt.
Well, they're fine now, but we're looking for a friend of ours. We escorted her into town. We heard that she might be working for you.
I employ a lot of people. Who is it you're looking for?
A girl by the name of Zaya?
Ah, yes, Zaya. Well, if you want to go find her, I'm sure she's in the cellar right now.
Maybe.
Of course. And he gets a servant, and the servant begins leading you down into the cellar.
I bow at him, thank him, and follow the servant.
He bows back, and as you leave, he's like, or he says to you, you've both done this town a great service, and we thank you. And then turns and leaves. You make your way to the cellar door, and the servant knocks, and, you know, a little slat opens up. Sees the servant, opens, and there's a guard there. You keep going down, and you enter basically a very large wine cellar with many casks filled, you assume, with alcohols. Towards the back, there's a team of lumbermen and diggers basically extending this basement out. And among them, you see Zaya.
Without calling up to her, I kind of approach.
She continues
okay.
digging.
So when I am close enough, I make my presence known. Rather than shouting in a tunnel.
Okay. How do you make your presence known?
Zaya!
She jumps. Oh my god. Holy. Oh, it's you. Okay. What's up? How are you guys doing?
Better now than a few days ago.
Yeah? You get off on scaring women?
He does.
I get off on a lot of things.
So what can I do for you? That isn't that.
Well, I'm not sure what Sarkesh is here for, but I came to inform you that even if not the brigands who attacked you directly, at least one group of bandits has been dealt with on the outskirts of town. So hopefully your next trip to Kent won't be as treacherous.
She kind of smiles. Okay. Thanks. Hope it wasn't too much work for you.
Not too heavy on the work, but it could have gone easier.
Yes, it could have.
But for the thrill of taking down scum who break the law, all in all, I would say it was a good day.
Alright. Cool. Is there anything else?
Whatever he has to say. I just wanted to inform you of that. Have a good day.
Thanks,
I
Johan.
wander off.
And she turns to Sarkesh.
Has there been do you know of anything happening in Kent recently that needs to be dealt with?
No, nothing happens in Kent. Kent is the most boring town in the world.
No, we're gonna continue heading west if you want to head out with us. It's always good to have more companions.
Unfortunately, this is about as far as I can get away.
Oh.
I still have a
Oh,
family
well.
to look after.
Well, do you have any information on what we could expect going west?
Elves? Lakir,
Yeah, we-
Shashir. All sorts of pointy-eared bastards.
Well, I can expect that. Only thing I really wouldn't expect would be dwarves, but
No, that's south. Stay off of the Quelcus River as much as you can. Just trust me, the elves will make you pay for every inch you transport on that river.
so is there any bridges over it?
No, just ferries and exorbitant prices.
Oh, yay. So that's gonna be a long trek to get around that river.
Well, you're gonna have to bite the bullet at some point. Just don't do it often. Trust me. The runners are extortionists.
Sounds about right when it comes to elves. Not all elves, at least.
Bobbert squeaks.
Have you heard anything from the cross lately?
Not particularly. I heard that there's supposed to be some new leader over there. It's from the Empire. I don't know. They must have replaced the last dictator.
That happens all the time over there.
That's about it. We don't get much word from Necross this far out. But I was just surprised that there's a human leading Necross and not a Necronian.
Yeah, I was raised in a monastery surrounded by Necronians, so there's that.
Well, I bet you had an interesting childhood.
Yeah, very interesting. Being trained as a paladin under them, real fun. Racism runs both ways.
Yeah. So you're a man of the gods, then?
Yes. I try to focus mainly on keeping people safe, but there's a lot of times that you can't do everything.
Let's
She nods and then kind of begins shoveling because you can kind of see her foreman's like watching the two of you pretty intently. But she keeps.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
back to the Lord
Okay.
and ask him if he knows a safer route to the next city furthest to the west.
Of course. Where is it that you're going? Do you just mean Devonshire?
Yeah, the safest route to Devonshire would be nice.
Well, if you just take, if you just take the road, it's usually fairly safe. Although I would advise when you sleep at night, get a ways off of the road.
Yeah, I can expect that. Bandits have been are still active even after we cleared that one group.
You can never be too careful.
True. Well, have a good day, sir. I'm gonna go and see if I can find one more bottle of my favorite drink before I leave.
Oh, what drink is that? Perhaps I have a spare bottle for you.
I pull out my cross liquor.
Ah, and he takes it and kind of smells it. It's a very stout Necronian gin you have. I'm sure I can find something in my cellar that'll be sufficient. And you head back down into the cellar, and he begins kind of telling you all about, you know, like the herbs and stuff that they use in Necronian gin and why it's got such a more throaty and pungent taste and all this. And he leads you down and pulls out a decently sized bottle. It's in almost a fine kind of like wine bottle, and hands it over to you. My personal gift for ridding us of some foul men.
Thank you. I hope to see you again someday.
Yes, I'm sure our paths will cross again.
And now I go and find my friends.
Yay. Alright, friends, what are you all doing?
I've gone to talk to Val. Val. I don't know.
You
know who
find
Val
Hal
is.
and Vel talking about
Yeah.
Bobbert.
In depth.
What kind of depth? Don't let me interrupt this conversation.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Best depth. I don't know.
So as I walk up and I hear, so Bobbert in depth.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's good.
As
Good
girls are fawning over Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Vel asked Hale what Bobbert would say to a certain question, and so on and so forth, and Hale gladly translates because she adores Bobbert.
Is it Hal or
Yeah.
Hale?
Just girls.
Or is that just accent?
Hale. It's Hale. I like it personally. Because her name is Halasia. So,
Oh. I will adjust in the future then.
thank you.
Anyways. Disappointed.
Why?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Too late. I'm worried about it.
Kevin Sorbo. So, I'm going to step in and interrupt this conversation. And I don't care whether I'm ignoring Hale or not, but I'm going to turn to Vel. So, Vel, since we're headed west instead of down to Skirth, where was it you intended to end up?
She hands Hale Bobbert and turns to talk to Johann, and I can't remember. It was Calum that we were trying to head to that Pilfrith said, right?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot your question.
Where are we going?
Pilfrith said to head to
Why?
Calum, so that's the direction I intend to head.
Did he say why?
Not that I can recall.
Did he say anything in the 2 days after you left with him?
I don't remember.
Anything?
And I woke up in a cave.
No, you woke up in a ziggurat.
Okay, fair enough. That.
At the
I
top
woke
of
up
it.
in a place. I don't know how I got there. You and Perrin were there. Shit apparently went down. I don't know.
You died, as you are wont to do.
Yeah, that happened. Actually, I don't know if I would have known that happened.
No, you saw that happen.
That's right, I did.
You snapped to as Pilferth was over his dead body.
Right. But yeah, I had a wild dream and then I woke up in a place and I don't even know how I got there.
And Pilferth didn't say anything as he apparently just walked out with Perrin watching him.
No. I have no information for you.
That man is more trouble than he's worth.
He's delightful though.
That's a matter of opinion.
I agree, he's delightful.
Anyways, you may resume your conversation about the rodent. I just wanted to know where we were headed and the time frame in which we should be heading out. Since it was, so much more dire than, I don't know, a trip down to the capital, as I'd promised, to warn them of corrupt military leaders, instead of sending a note.
To be fair, they were trying
Yes,
to
one
kill
made
us.
sense.
They were trying to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why would we walk right in onto the doorstep of someone trying to kill us?
The people in Skirth weren't trying to kill us.
Well,
And I
someone's
didn't say
pretty
you had
unhappy with
to.
us.
Yes, because I made a decision, and you forced me against it. What part of that do you not understand?
Hey, I pleasantly asked. if
Okay,
would
you know
come.
what? No. Hell. No. You are an ungrateful little shit. I was trying to save your fucking life.
Congratulations.
Now, if you want to
Now,
stop, if you want to throw it away, throw it away. You can go back. We'll continue on without you. Doesn't matter to me. I was just trying to do you a favor by saving your ass.
by
but if you wanna
making
be
me a wanted
ungrateful,
man from the
go.
military.
You want
You
to
were
be
already
ungrateful?
gonna be wanted.
Go.
God, I really want to punch her.
You can. You can totally try.
I know.
You don't have to meta. You can do it. Do it.
I know. She is a wanted criminal.
Bring it.
Could do it.
Bring it.
But no.
She sees your fist clench into a ball and she's just sitting there like, bring it, let's go.
Do I walk up on any of this?
Nah, you're off getting your liquor.
If you want to go back, go back. We'll continue on without you. Or they can do whatever they're going to do, and I'll continue to Caleb on my own. It doesn't matter. But if you're going to sit here and be ungrateful for me saving your life, or attempting to save your life at the very least, then freaking leave.
Yes, you can. Anyone can. It's not difficult.
Okay. Can I attempt to grab it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do I do?
Val, Johan, roll initiative.
God damn it.
Good.
Good luck.
Hold on a sec.
I
Sorry.
get back into that screen because stuff. Where the frick is it?
Good.
Yeah.
All right, Johan, what are you doing?
All right. I grab her book from her and rip it in half,
Okay.
and then I walk away.
Okay. Hal, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I don't know Vel well enough to know her attachment to books. I just know that she's reading them all the time and she likes Bobbert.
All right, Vel, your turn. What do you want to do?
I think you would realize at that point her attachment to books as she screeches.
Yeah, I see that, but
She's gonna run up and punch him in the back of the freaking head.
Okay. Roll to hit. All right.
That's impressive.
You
It does
hit.
land.
Go ahead and roll damage.
what kind of damage
hit
would
him
she
high.
roll?
Yeah.
Actually,
what
wait,
kind of damage
no.
did I roll?
I'm pretty
She's
sure.
punching.
No, I'm pretty sure she's not. I think it's only monks that get this, so I'm pretty sure it's just 1 damage. I think it's 1 plus your strength
Yeah.
bonus.
Doesn't the weapon table have something for that?
I don't have a
It's
strength
not in
bonus,
weapons.
So.
Yeah. Would that maybe be
Right,
under
'cause
combat?
she's not trained in
I'm
unarmed.
looking it up, but no, it's irrelevant. I don't think anyone gets to do that except for monks and
Monks and berserkers.
Yeah, unarmed strike, 1 bludgeoning.
mhm.
It's on the weapon table.
So yeah, it's 1 damage plus your strength bonus.
I don't have a strength bonus, so.
So, Johan, you take 1 damage
Okay.
as Vel's fist connects with the back of your head.
Okay. I tank the damage and I continue walking away from her.
Okay. Hal, it's your initiative again.
I'm gonna approach Vel and try to calm her down, or at least hold her to keep her from attacking him again.
Vel, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go pick up my book, or what's left of it, and try to get it back in order.
Okay. It's just ripped in half down the binding. So you pick it up, and you'll probably need to get it rebound, but it's, for the most part, okay.
It's not like I ripped it. Well, that would be the same motion. It's not like I ripped down through all the pages. For the record, that's what I meant when I whispered you that, Richard, but then I realized, no, I guess I just need to send a message.
Yeah.
I don't need to Hercule that shit.
Once your hands are magic weapons, that would be pretty easy for you to do, but until then, it's a strength roll.
Okay.
So, Perrin, what are you up to? Completely oblivious to all of what's just happened.
I'd imagine you said once earlier that it takes 2 hours to walk out to the edge of town,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. And
He said
took
it
me
takes
4
like 3
hours
days
to
to
get
walk
out
to the
there.
forest.
So it's been like 8 hours. Would I be back by now?
Oh, you're just getting food and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you said it was 4 hours to find food, and it's 4 hours travel to and from. So
Yeah.
it's been 8 hours.
Yep.
So has it been 8 hours, or I'm still?
No, it hasn't been 8 hours yet. You're still out foraging. All right.
So I'm still foraging. Yeah.
So, Kesh, what are you up to?
Well, I'm looking for my friends.
You come across Halasia and Veltari. Veltari is kind of just sitting at the stump of a tree, like staring at 2 halves of a book, as Bobbert just kind of perches on her knee. And Halasia's just kind of standing there awkwardly, not sure what to do.
I try and console her as best I can without being racist.
Alright, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Is that persuasion or just a straight charisma?
Oh god.
There's very few unmodifieds.
Okay.
Gotta find it real quick.
Down. Yes.
Aha, it actually did something.
You
Not racist.
you think for a while and you're like, we could probably take that to the smithy, and it's not going to be rebound because I doubt there's anyone with a book press besides maybe the Baron. But he could at least bind it with leather, and it would hold together. Pat, 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 pat.
And an extra pat just for emphasis from Hale.
Anything to help?
I might have to do that just so it doesn't fall apart.
Vel,
Okay,
do you
let's
have
go.
inspiration right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, so where are you taking her to? The smithy or the Baron's?
The Baron's was the one that we got the medal from, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He
He
might
seemed
have
to
a
like us
press.
pretty well. Well, he seemed to like me, kind of. He was kind. He likes money.
Yes, he does. He's an elf.
I suggest we try him and then the smithy. At least that way, if we come in across any rough weather or anything, it should hold together better.
So you're heading to the Baron's
Okay,
then?
let's go to the Baron, see if he can help.
You make your way to the Baron's, and it's a fairly quick conversation. For a couple of silver, he can have it rebound for you. It'll take a couple of hours, but it'll be fine.
Gladly give him the silver out of my own pocket.
Okay.
No, I have my own money. I will pay for it. It is my book.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He sees all of us just going, okay, to her, screaming that at us.
She didn't scream it. She
I wasn't
just-
screaming.
That's
I'm
screaming.
upset, but I'm not screaming. I am still not screaming.
Not yet.
You'll know when I start.
I know.
You say, and the Baron just kind of takes the book and the money and hands it to one of the servants and then starts backing away slowly.
We're gonna thank him before we leave, very politely.
He very politely and like almost, well, he bows very deeply to the three of you and then turns and starts heading upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go, I guess, take her to the bar to get her something to eat.
Good.
Good. That's not a good sign.
All right, you go into the bar. There's a bunch of drunk
Hello?
dudes, being all drunk dudes. You
Find a clear table, hopefully.
yeah, you find a clear enough table. It's 3 copper per for a simple meal.
It's fine with me.
And you guys eat. You eat.
Except for me.
Yeah.
I ordered water.
He just kind of like looks at you, sighs, and then walks out the front door. And then about like 2 or 3 minutes later, he walks back in with a bucket, pours the bucket into a glass, and hands it to you.
That works. Thank you, sir.
Trees. All
I'm
right.
gonna drink my water.
So, you all eat. Everyone's well fed, put back together for the most part. Perrin, you've made your way back into town. You see Johan kind of hanging out by the horses.
Oh, I would go get something to eat at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh no, you've already eaten.
Okay.
Go ahead and mark off 3 copper.
Okay.
And yeah.
Alright. Not really sure what they would say to each other. Because how was your day seems too 20th century.
Pretty good, sweetie.
Hail and well met.
Do I see him walking up?
Yes.
Sure.
Hey, Perrin.
Hey,
I can't afford the pizza.
It's okay. Perhaps you could put a donation in my alms box.
Oh my god!
I guess since he's with the horses, I'll ask, how are the horses?
They seem to be keeping up quite well.
I still have 2 more days of food? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll ask them, I missed anything interesting while I was foraging for food today?
Depends on who you ask. Vel might think so.
Anything I need to worry about? One of you aren't getting imprisoned again, are you?
No prison. But I probably will be sleeping with a locked door. I don't trust the tree.
The tree?
I may or may not have pissed off our fiendkin friend.
Ah. You humans are such odd creatures.
Yes. I, less than casually explained that I was none too happy with the situation she'd put me in. She took exception. I ripped her book in half. She tried to hit me. It was hilarious.
Ah. Well. I mean, she collects books. You ripped a
Yeah.
book.
She has more.
It's true.
I'll tell you what. I will gladly donate some more books to her collection if she gets me back into the military.
That is
Until then,
perhaps
I say
conversation.
we're even.
That is perhaps a conversation the two of you need to have. For I am no messenger.
Speaking of you being a messenger and all, did Pilferth say anything? Because apparently he didn't say a word to her. She has no idea what she was doing there, how she got there, or anything of the sort.
Pilferth said that he showed her what she needed to see, and just went on his merry way with his flute.
Okay.
What that
Well.
entails, I'm not sure.
Perhaps when she stops hating me, I can ask her what she saw. She did mention a dream. Didn't think much of it.
Well, perhaps you can break bread with some books, as you suggested.
Perhaps tomorrow.
Perhaps.
I'm simply in no mood tonight.
Fair enough.
How was your day, though?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But,
You didn't piss anyone off, did you?
perhaps just my meal.
Yes, meals tend not to be happy that they're being eaten, I suppose.
Generally speaking, not, but it is part of the cycle, as it were.
So, I mean, are
If
we
you
gonna
feel
fuck
that-
or...
Sorry, you're not an elf.
Oh,
We're not that kind of church.
You're not an elf and you're not a young enough boy.
We're not that kind of church. Anyway.
Well,
I suppose
don't wanna
if you
stay
don't
at
need
the-
me, I'll be.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you don't want to stay at the church tonight, there is room for another in my room, and I'm not letting one of the other three in. Okay.
No, I'll be fine. I
Yes,
feel more
right
more
there.
comfortable in my place of worship.
Oh god.
I was not prepared for any of this.
Me either, in all fairness.
I just don't know where Clara is in all
Anyway.
this.
Go on, surprisingly. We're in the background still.
No, she's not here.
You see a
She's
very
been gone for like an
feral.
hour.
You see a very feral woman carrying a bow, just walking in the background.
I throw a dart at her. I don't trust her.
All right, roll to hit. All right, it hits. Roll damage.
Oh god.
All right,
Okay, that's
She's dead now.
she falls to the ground immediately.
I go and collect my dart.
Weird that someone who is so into law would just murder someone down the street.
Yeah, no kidding.
Crazy.
So, Perrin, how do you react to that?
What you didn't explain was the authorities chasing her down, saying how she just killed a man at the bar.
Oh no, this is different continuity.
Can I roll insight? Because I didn't believe that. What did I? No. I'll just tell him that if he needs me, I'll be at the church, and I'll walk to the church.
I'll make my way back up to my room.
All right, cool. Anyone else doing anything for the rest of the night?
No, I'm gonna go check
Sleep.
on the status of the book.
Oh yeah.
All right. After dinner, you wait around for another couple of hours because he said it'd take a while. Head back, and the guard just goes into the house and pulls out a reasonably well-bound book that's got a new, like, thick leather spine to it that's got kind of like this almost sewn light embroidery to it. It looks quite nice.
Okay, I'm gonna take this to Vel. Vel, I have your book.
She pouts her way out of her tree.
It's prettier.
She takes the book and thanks him and gives him a hug.
Aww.
I now go find a fire outside that's a nice hearth, and I sleep next to it because I really want to be warm tonight. Torch is not good enough.
Okay. Everyone else eventually finds their way to go to bed.
I think so, yeah.
All right. So next day happens. Johan, Perrin, since you're the only two that seem to care about each other, you eventually meet up in the morning. Vel, Hal, and Sakesh, since you're the three that seem to care about each other, you also meet up in the morning. What do you guys do?
Well, I think it's time to start heading towards the cross again. Because that's obviously where we're going.
Is it though?
Well, from what I saw on the map, Kiln is in the cross, right?
What map? And no.
Calum is
Calum.
not in the cross. It's before. It's in the Riven. It's where you
Caleb
guys
is
are.
where you.
It's just further
Okay, there
west
it
of
is.
where you
You're
are.
Caleb.
Okay, well, I think it's time we start heading towards Devonshire. I guess we can go grab Perrin and I guess Johan.
Or we could totally
I
go
know
our
you're
own
not
separate
happy
ways.
about that.
We don't necessarily need to go and get him. He can do his own fucking thing, like I said.
We can at least get our pack horses. They're with him.
Ah!
They're his pack horses.
Yeah, they're his pack horses. from
We
his
can always
military
ask
that he's
Aaron if
so
he'd
fond
like
of.
to continue with us, though.
Well, I was thinking about them as meat, but okay. I'm gonna go buy some rations. That way we'll have food while we're going.
Okay. I'm gonna drag Vel along to go talk to Perrin if she'll follow.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. You guys find Perrin eventually, who is probably with Johan at the moment.
Walking up to Perrin, I greet him kindly while completely ignoring Johan and mention that we're planning to head towards Devonshire and ask if he would like to come with us.
I guess I bow and look to Johan.
Ah, it didn't work right.
Perrin and Perrin.
Baron and Perrin.
It's supposed to make two
Perrin
queries.
is
There's
their
two
sexier
of me
half.
now?
Perrin and Perrin.
It was supposed to make two queries, but it didn't make two different queries.
Wow, wow.
Richard, that's too early. We're not in Devonshire
Is
yet.
that
Hashtag butt.
Hashtag butt stuff. Alright, I'm trying it again. You guys continue.
okay? Good.
Okay.
I turn to Johan and go. I guess we're trying to make our way to Calum. That seems like the next stopping point. Or when we're in there. Wait, where are we
I
trying
believe
to
that's
go?
our current destination. So we should probably make our way back to the shop and get some more feed for the horses before we head out. But then, yes, I suppose we should make our way to Devonshire.
Okay.
And I'm buying enough rations to take us to Devonshire.
Okay.
Even enough for Johan, because I don't know if he's going or not.
But are you buying enough rations for the whole group?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
How much am I spending?
I'm gonna look that up right now, because it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That or I'll just buy the raw food and we'll store it with salt.
That's not much cheaper.
Son of a bitch.
Or we could forage on the way.
Just what I've been
That
doing.
be in the same place as food, drink, and lodging? Because I
No,
don't see it.
rations are gear. It's 5 silver pieces per
Yeah.
ration.
Mm.
How much will be needed to get to Devonshire?
Well, you're still talking about 2.5 gold a day for the whole group.
I still have 10 rations, apparently.
So
And
it
I
would
don't-
be,
You should
yeah,
not.
It would be like
You should-
18 gold, basically.
Okay, screw that. I'm buying salt. That way, when he goes foraging, we can actually save some of his food for the next day in case he can't find anything.
Okay.
I don't think it works
It
that way
doesn't
unless
work
we're
that
doing
way.
survival.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Because my ability says I only get enough food for up to how many people are in the party.
Per day.
Oh. Okay.
Well, food and water.
Mhm.
Sorry, it says up to 6 people.
Okay then, I'm just gonna meet up with everyone after buying a few books for Vale.
I think if you wanted to do that, it would be a survival check, which I do have.
Do I find any interesting books in the shop?
I don't know, what piques your interest normally?
Any knowledge on history or anything?
Yes,
Anything
you
piques his
find
interest.
the most amazing and well-described Farmer's Almanac. This is a town of 500 people, most of whom are illiterate. There is not a bookstore. You're probably just in the general merchants, and they'd probably just have a Farmer's Almanac kind of thing.
Son of a bitch. I'll still buy it just because it's another book for her collection.
Okay. That's,
She's gonna read so good.
Yeah. 5 copper.
Okay. I'll now go and take it to her and tell her, I know it's not much, but it adds to your collection.
And she appreciates it nonetheless. And she thanks you again. Oh my god, no.
The courting ritual has begun.
Have fun.
No!
Better her than the tree.
No, it's not happening. He's still in love with the tree.
No, I'm done with you.
Good.
It's good.
I don't approve.
The best times.
It's good.
Okay, maybe the only thing that Vel could get hot for is her books.
Spoilers, you hugged him earlier. I mean,
You did.
What happened? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You
Spoilers.
started.
Remember that he catches things on fire.
And she's kin of fiends who live in worlds that are mostly fire.
See, that would work great.
I mean,
You two should
realistically.
totally bone.
I'm thinking about her books, though.
He's probably got warts on his dick.
Ah. No, he'll burn those
That's
off.
true. Technically, he's a virgin.
What about the
Technically, he's a
smegma?
virgin. He's a paladin that came straight out of a monastery, so.
How is that technically? He just is.
No, technically.
I mean, he got a little, but he didn't quite get in there.
I mean, he put the tip in, but I
So-
mean, it was just his cousin, right?
No, he was a boy in an Acernian monastery.
Oh my god!
so he's
Got a
from that
little
kind
handsy
of
with
church.
profane once.
Alright.
The great ancient church of Alabama.
I come from the land of Mobile.
You're asking how his cousins are doing lately.
It's actually the best church. You open the door and you just hear. Nobody in there owns a banjo. In fact, this world's never even heard of a banjo, and yet that still happens. No one's been able to explain it.
Does
It's
he
a
ever
really
open a church
strange
door and
sounding
see
leaf.
Colin Firth and hear Freebird?
Yes.
Yes. I would go to that church
an awesome
after everyone
church.
died.
All right. So, what are you all doing?
Heading. Well,
Starting our.
he was meeting back up with us, and he gave her the book.
Now we're starting our journey to Devonshire.
Okay, since
Explain
we kind of
feed.
skipped over it, how much am I paying for the feed for the horses for another week?
Same price.
I don't remember what that was. Was it 6 or
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I think it was
It's 5
6.
silver.
Yeah.
it was 5?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
5.
Okay, that's right. It was 5 because I had to drop down.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Richard, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Back from the session before last, when I last played, when we started heading towards this town
Yeah.
that we're in now,
Mm-hmm.
I was I gathered up enough wood to start making my pan flute, and I started making it. Do you think it would be complete by now?
Have you been working on it?
Really-
I imagine so, as we were traveling, like those 2 days and such.
What are
It's
you
not-
carving it with? Your scimitar?
Her must say her claws are pretty
I
sharp.
thought he
so.
said I could druid craft it.
Yeah, no. You're basically druid crafting it over the course of a couple of days. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it's probably done, but it's still a bit pitchy. Like, it's not finished. It's just most of the way there.
Does she
Okay.
have to bind the tubes?
She has entangling vines. It's not hard for
No,
her to do.
she's vines.
Fair enough.
Cool. How much do you think it would weigh?
Maybe 2 pounds, if that.
Okay. Thank you.
On to Devonshire.
On to Devonshire.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
All right, so since we're coming up on 4 hours, is there any role playing you guys want to do on the way to Devonshire, and then we're just gonna end and pick up on Devonshire next week, or at Devonshire next week?
Hale is just fine tuning her flute.
Okay,
How long is the walk
As we-
to Devonshire?
6 days.
6 days?
As we go, Sarkesh is picking flowers and putting them on Halasia's hair.
God, you're creepy.
Why are you picking flowers for me? I can grow my own.
That'd be horrible.
Seriously.
And
Looks like
then
they'd
he
be
steps.
killing
Then he starts walking beside her, lighting his fingers on fire.
You can do
And
that.
she's going to
You
wander
do not
away.
have that
Yeah.
ability yet.
Isn't that like
Unless you're literally using a burning hands spell every once in a while.
haha?
Every once in a while, a pillar of flame goes up into the sky.
That's gonna woo the tree.
Hale keeps getting as far away from him as possible.
It's gonna woo the tree and not totally piss off your god. It's just like, really? This shit's just using my miracles for nothing?
Actually, that's not a miracle. That's a racial.
What? Oh, right.
The miracle from that god
That's
is
right.
different.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that you're a half
I
elemental.
don't waste the miracle. I barely use it.
Anyways. So, Sarkesh poorly tries to court Hal. Anyone else doing anything?
Just in an attempt to court Perrin, I occasionally offer him a cup of mercury.
Well, I don't know where you're getting that, but okay.
The salt mines.
It's a cup of his pee.
What?
Okay. So we're going along
that
this
I-
hunting and gathering as I
I'm
would
done
be.
with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then. I guess that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Alright.
You guys will have made it to the outskirts of Devonshire in the next one.
And suddenly there's another burst of flame, and everyone in Devonshire is looking towards me.
How much experience did we get for our fight with the bandits?
You get
Banditos?
325 XP.
Yes.
If that raises anyone past the 900 XP, you are now level 3.
What?
Oh,
325.
was short.
I
Already
think
50,
that
Brandon.
actually pushes me to it, but I don't remember how much experience I had before.
It definitely pushes you. She didn't add up how much experience she had from one of our sessions.
Sucks.
Like 35 short.
I'm
So-
I'm only
50 short.
50 short.
Brittany,
Yeah,
you should definitely be level 3 because you have more than
Okay,
Roger. But
yeah. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Everybody who's not Johan, you are now at 900 experience. Vel, you are at 915.
That works.
Set
So yeah,
that,
Brandon and I hit level 3.
and I'm just gonna take off some XP from the next session.
oh, why do I get punished?
Fuck you.
Because
that's
you
why.
ripped her book.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, that's totally the equivalent.
It is absolutely the equivalent.
Yep,
Right.
it's good to see that.
900
Like a
Bumps us, right?
Basically, I just want to get you guys to level 3, because now I can start really cranking on the brakes.
Yay.
So level 3 is where your classes actually
I
become
wanna
class.